It's to let us know we're going live, people.
We are that.
Sweetie, I don't want your cookies. If you're looking for applause, keep looking. Your recipe's boring. Need a little more spice in my cooking. Honey, you don't want my problems. If you had them, you would sink to the bottom. You should bring a life jacket, cause people like you can't handle this. No, where were you when I needed you? Tell me, where were you when I needed you? Play got bitches. When they smile in your face, but behind you it ain't well wishes. When they eating all the food off your plate and they don't do dishes. When their words and their actions blur and they don't know different. No time for these fake ass bitches. You can go jump on a bandwagon. You, your money and your lame ass friends. Go ahead and jump on a bandwagon with you fake ass bitches. I've been down in the trenches. You should know it, but you don't pay attention. You wouldn't know real talk if I screamed out loud in your face. Now listen, you got away with it. I believed you for a hot minute. Could've used a friend in the moment, but you had to go ghost, leave me lonely. Where were you when I needed you? Tell me, where were you when I needed you? Fake ass bitches. When they smile in your face, but behind you it ain't well wishes. When they eating all the food off your plate and they don't do dishes. When their words and their actions blur and they don't know different. No time for these fake ass bitches. You can go jump on a bandwagon. You, your money and your lame ass friends. Go ahead and jump on a bandwagon with you fake ass bitches.
BFF, you not my bestie. You a fake ass bitch just like the rest. I was all the way down, you was all the way gone. Now you trying to come back cause I'm all the way on. I got both middle fingers all the way up. And for fraud broads, I don't give two fucks. If I say something, my moves are backing. You be running your mouth and it'll match your actions. And I ain't throwing shade, I'm just saying. Act like it's a buffet and eat off your own plate. Cause it's not a compliment when I say you fab. You just a FAB with your fake ass bitch.
I've had a hand for the real ones. Put it down, had my back since day one. Never hear about them throwing no shade now. So if you one of us stand up, tired of the gossip, think you had enough. Don't worry about the middle fingers up to these fake ass bitches. When they smile in your face, but behind you it ain't well wishes. When they eating all the food off your plate and they don't do dishes. When their words and their actions blur and they don't know different. No time for these fake ass bitches. You can go jump on a bandwagon. You, your money and your lame ass friends. Go ahead and jump on a bandwagon with you fake ass bitches. With your bitch ass. With your bitch ass.
You're listening to UFO Undercover with your host, Joe Montaldo, right here on the Paranormal Radio Network.
Whoa, welcome back, people. That was just kind of weird. Whatever that was going on there was going on there. And I guess you know how it is, people. Anyway, welcome to News on the Flip Side. I hope everyone's having a great morning, great evening, great afternoon, wherever you are on our big, beautiful, crazy planet. A lot going on around the world. Seems to be a lot going on all over the place all the time lately. So, again, welcome to News on the Flip Side. Let's see if we can't get through some of this Halloween news. And happy Halloween to everybody. I hope y'all are out there having a great time tonight. Um, I always wonder on holidays how our audiences are going to do because it's a little bit on the crazy side.
Cool.
Yeah, it's so I mean, there's been a lot going on. I mean, first off, okay, what are we at now? Day 31 of the shutdown, 4 days away from a full blown record.
5
days away. Yeah, 5. Because no, 36 will be the record. So 35.
36, yeah, so it would be 5 days.
5 days, people. 5 days. So that means, what is that? So the 5th of November.
Let's see, 1 week away.
So if the 5th of November is what, though? So let's see. First, so that is what? Wednesday. So Wednesday, people. Wednesday. So for all our friends out there on Snap, I don't know. I've heard a lot of stuff today about Snap. First, they said the president can pay for it. Then they say the president can't pay for it. The judge says he has to pay for it, but something about how it's written in Congress says he can't pay for it. I don't know.
He's not given the authority to divvy up the sum. Some kind of weird lawyerly gobbledygook.
And then the Democrats are saying, well, they won't do a stopgap measure unless they give them the insurance stuff. It's
$5 trillion that they want to spend.
Well, the problem is, and I was talking to a Democrat friend of mine about this. He said, I don't understand why they won't do it. I said, okay, you really want to know? He said, yeah. I said, well, look, first off, I said it took almost 2 years to pass Obamacare. 2 years, man. I said, and every major amendment to that since then took anywhere from 6 months to a year and a half. So what you're telling me is you expect them.
What did Pelosi say before they even put the thing on the table?
Yeah,
don't even read it, just sign it.
I'm not even talking about that. I mean, we're talking now. Here we are. How many? A decade and a half later, however, a decade later, and here we are with this Obamacare. But the problem is, first of all, it wasn't real good. It was catastrophic coverage or care because deductibles was $3,000, $5,000, $6,000, and $7,000. So yeah, of course, your monthly payment was like $99 or $115, but yeah, $7,000 deductible. I mean, shit.
Yeah, in order for it to be effective, you had to have basically the effect of a limb cut off.
And how many of you got $7,000 in bank? You just hand over to the doctor. Yeah, it was. It's. I mean, it is good if you get something major happens to you. So then you'll just end up owing $7,000. But other than that, they're going to expect you to pay for stuff up front on a lot of stuff.
Well, it's something we reported about as it happened too. One of my friends who owned a small business, they he paid for I think he had 35 employees, and he paid for their health insurance through their salaries. And and she he said that they and it was across the board for almost every small business like his that was like 35, 40, 50 people. They had I think decent benefits, and he was paying $39.99 a month for each one. Yeah, that was coming out of their paychecks and whatnot.
Yes, it's
for Obamacare that tripled in price, like $149, and the same level that they were at was like 2 levels below.
Yeah,
so they lost almost half the benefits.
But the way it goes today is, and the point I'm making here is the fact of the matter, it took 2 years to negotiate it and 6 months to a year and a half to negotiate every other piece of it since then. So the Democrats 1 week before the shutdown said, oh, well, we want this, this, and this. Oh, no. It took months to negotiate healthcare last time. This isn't something you wanted this now. You should have started negotiating this back in summer.
They want the CR stands for continuing resolution to keep the government being paid. And what do they say in front of that? Clean. What does that mean?
No sneaky bad stuff.
Government work. So they're trying to force in an issue. What the fuck does healthcare have to do with making the government run? It doesn't. And the Republicans are right. The independents are right. And only those few Democrats are steadfastly voting and using this as leverage. And it's criminal. It has nothing to do with running the government. The bill that they want to insert, or the bills that they want to save that Obama Obama turned on and Trump has now turned off.
It's
That's what it is.
Well, people, so they want what they're telling you when you hear Democrats say, "Oh, he can pay for it," what they're talking about is he can take $5 billion from basically it's not FEMA, but it's like FEMA, and use that. Now, if anything happens after that, whoever it happens to is screwed because that money won't be there anymore.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna have to go through appropriations through Congress to get it back. And we all know what that's like. We watch Congress all the time, so.
You could take all of them out front, and only half of them will agree if the sky is blue.
And then they're going to have to divide that amount through the 42 million because they said it takes $8.5 billion to pay everybody. So they'll have to divide that down so everybody will get reduced, but you'll get it. But then that doesn't help for next month. That money's gone then. And then what?
Well, isn't that what happened under Trump's first administration? Previously Obama had basically defunded FEMA by using all of its funds for something else, like an emergency appropriation kind of deal like that. And then when they freaking needed it under Obama, under Trump's thing, Obama's whatever emergency was had taken so much funds away from it they couldn't do anything. Their hands were tied.
Christopher, so the last shutdown that was with Trump, the one that's got the record, technically it wasn't a full shutdown, it was a partial shutdown. This technically they call a full shutdown.
A full shutdown.
Yeah, the longer it goes on, the more stuff's going to get closed. Eventually, there won't be any access to libraries.
Well, I guess it started as a partial because everything still had funding till X days.
But somehow in the other one in whatever it was 17 or 19, whatever it was, there was some way they were still funding some things, but not the airlines. But they were funding SNAP and stuff like that. I know people in SNAP. People need SNAP. SNAP pays a lot of shit. Don't get me wrong. So I'll find it in a minute. So they've been people going around and acting like they people who buy SNAP cards, or 50 cents on a dollar, 60 cents on a dollar, stuff like that. So they went to Atlanta the other day, right, asking people. And man, I'm telling you what, a lot of people were willing to go with him and let him spend X amount of dollars, and they ain't gonna hand over the card because it's their card, because that means next time they could spend money too. A lot of people get a good amount of SNAP. Well, some of the people I know get between $500 and $1,000 a month, and then a lot of people get $2,500, $3,500 a month. If it's you and your old man and 8 kids or something, 5 kids and some step kids or some grandkids, it adds up fast. Even in Mississippi, you get like $3,000 a month.
I believe a single female with children would get more than a single male without children would get.
Well, the guy on CNN today said it was like $250 per person. Is how he had it going. So I actually think it's a little high, and it's probably more like $350 per person.
I just get about somewhere between $200 and $300. At one time, the highest was for $400. But I think especially if you are a single mom with kids, you get more money. Each kid you have exponentially, you get more credit towards groceries.
Yeah, well, I know they get. Well, there's other things that comes with if you have kids, so you get Medicaid and stuff like that. Well, no, just because you get food stamps don't mean you're going to get Medicaid.
Well, no, yeah, but yeah, it's just a certain hard.
When
but they might also get WIC, Women, Infant, Children, Child Care, and that gives them like vouchers for diapers. So so SNAP, you can only get food. Now you can get something that you can't get prepared food like at a McDonald's or a restaurant, but you can get in the store. You can buy a cooked chicken. Sometimes they roast chickens in like the meat sections, and food and stuff like that. You can't get paper goods. You can't get paper plates, paper cups, toilet paper, and those other kind of. I don't think you can get toothpaste with SNAP. I think that SNAP doesn't cover that kind of thing. So there's a lot of things you can't get with that, but certain things you can get. So it limits what you can and can't get. It's so messed up what is on. You can't get pet food either, which I think it wouldn't be an inhumane thing, but it ought to be something. There ought to be like a $40 a month allowance for a pet.
Well, I noticed when we way back we'd done some research on this, and even some of the food banks had pet food. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them did. I found that
Sometimes, yes,
interesting.
but
Yeah, I didn't.
the snap is
Now,
it's
Snap ain't
it's a
doing
federally
nothing but food, and now
well,
they
yeah,
even
it's a
talking
federally
about
funded
getting rid of.
program. Yeah, it's nothing but food. But I think
Yeah,
that they
now they're
could put a
talking about
clause in
getting.
there to put, 40, 50, $60 a month.
What do you
I
mean?
mean,
They get ready to
$60 towards
take.
dog food. That's two huge 30-pound bags.
They get ready to take off Coke, sodas, and candy in a bag, or candy bars and stuff like that. They're gonna take that off. They want to get rid of it. So that's not what Snap's for.
Oh, okay. That way, well, that's kind of
So
fair,
it
though.
used to be, and I don't know if it still is. It used to be they allowed you to buy, like if you had a kid, you could buy a birthday cake on it for them. But now I don't know if they do anymore. I mean, it's a lot of stuff's changed. It's well,
No, but I'll bet. Okay, so you might not be able to get the cake that's prepared and made.
or you could buy the stuff to make one.
Or
Yeah,
you could buy the makings of one.
yeah, you can make the stuff to make them. They ain't gonna say nothing about that.
Yeah.
But are they gonna let you spend $50 on a pre-made cake? I don't know. Jesse, down here, like if you go to one of the good bakeries and get like I like these I get one of these wedding cakes. They they're really nice, got a really great icing on them. It's a really good cake, nice and moist. It's a silver cake with a it's got this nice creamy end filling. But anyway, they run probably right now around $55. You used to get them for about 40, and they're really good cake. But I mean, $50 to $5, you can bake several cakes for $55.
$55. So this is $3.50. It's kind of shiny from the studio lights, but that's two vanilla cream filled like mega bear claw sized filled donuts from the Mennonite.
Hey
store.
Sherry, how you doing? Jay's busy torturing y'all with donuts, man.
We've digressed into the food porn segment.
I don't know, guys. I mean, right now you mean who's going to come out on the bottom on this? Probably the Democrats. I don't know.
Well, I would say probably. I mean, they're just committing, political suicide after political suicide. I mean, every other day they're making some other stupid, ridiculous thing.
So, I got to give. Finally, I heard the Speaker of the Senate for the Republicans come out today, and he goes, "No, let me explain." And he goes through the list of stuff because Mike Johnson did this the other day, and Schumer called him an outright liar. Well, Mike actually had the thing out of the bill, which each one was they were asking for. So Schumer could say liar all you want. Go read the bill is what he said. So he's talking about what he wants. And it wasn't just the fact that they wanted to repeal part of that bill, part of the thing in the bill that did away. The way it works is the piece they're trying to do away with would simply allow illegals or anyone for that matter just to go walk into any hospital anyway and get health care. And nobody has to ask who they are. Well, that's not even a good idea. Happy Halloween, Heidi. Oh yeah, happy Halloween to everybody. Yes. It's so that's one of the things they want to do. Well, we're not going to allow that. We're working too hard to get all the people out the country, so we're not.
Yeah, they didn't put any kind of, even if they're working here, they're probably working under the table for the most part, but they're not paying for those services. We are.
And then they want COVID tax breaks reinstated. See, I don't know about that. I agree with tax breaks because insurance sucks.
Why COVID tax breaks?
Because they were huge doing COVID. Because nobody had any money, so they like doubled and tripled up on the breaks, and they've been going on since then. So and I can understand why the Democrats it's a big boom if you get them, but you get a big chunk of money back. Well, I understand that, but I mean,
I don't know if it's tax or just how they did things, but I remember quarter. I think it's quarter inch. The smallest diameter conduit. It comes in a 10-foot gray plastic stick. It was
Heidi, I'm heartbroken.
It was $1.56 before the COVID thing happened, and then COVID hit. And that same stick it was $1.56 before tax. So it was like a little after tax, it was like $2, maybe a little under $2. It went up to $7.58 before tax. So it's now over almost close to $10, I think, with tax. It's 9% tax in Maryland or 6% tax in Maryland. So that would have been like a $10 stick. And it hasn't come down. That's price gouging. That's not price
gouging going on out there. They're gonna have to be some adjustments here in the near future, which I imagine Trump is going to deal with, because there are things I know. I was listening to Farmers Talk the other day. So there's things that have come down that haven't reached us yet. Now, is it intentionally or is it something else? I'm not exactly sure what the hell that was, but it does seem.
It also depends on where you live regionally too. I've noticed huge
Jack
differences in
Coffee
prices of cars. The same model of car up here down south is $5,000, $6,000 cheaper. Up here in this area, Maryland, Virginia, DC, the greater central northeast area, bread is very expensive. It's like $2 and $3 and $4 a loaf.
Oh yeah, people drive down
for the premium names. Now the store brand, you're talking like $2.79 for one loaf. Down in Savannah, Georgia, when I lived down there, $2.79 got you 2 loaves.
Right now, for a name brand loaf of bread, a large loaf is going to be $3.50 to $4.
Up here they start about $3.79 and go up to about $5.49, even if you get the really expensive stuff.
And this what I'm talking about now. You can get regular bread like any bread that's in any store, the generic brand, you can get for about $1.50, $1.40. Somewhere around there. Yeah. So you can get that, and like generic buns, hot dog buns, and all you can get for $1.29.
Okay, so Walmart, you can get the $1 hot dog buns and cheeseburger buns, but other than that,
what is that? Great Value, is that their brand? I think.
Yeah, it's the Great Value ones, and they don't suck actually.
See, my problem is I like seeds on mine. So Jesse, you know what my favorite bread down here I eat is bunny bread. Bunny bread is great. It's always soft. It's good. And they got I call them plantation loaves. They call them old fashioned loaves. They're the big sandwich thing.
It's made with real bunnies.
And they might be. And it's nice bread, but their large loaf. That shit is small bread. It's only about this big. It's got area. It's got holes in it and shit all over the place. But it's like $4. But that mean the loaf's this long. Don't get me wrong. But still, it's like $4. But if you just buy everyday bread here, you can get it for under $2. Yeah.
I get this store brand Martin. It's Giant. It's the parent company, but it's Martin's. It's the grocery store I go to, and it's a regular loaf, but it's the Italian bread. So it's a little wider, taller piece of loaf of bread. But it's still like, I think it's $2.49 just for one 16-ounce loaf.
Yeah, well, dude.
That's expensive for bread.
You can get all kind of like French bread and stuff like that, or Italian loaves for $1, up to $3 or $4, depending on what you want on them. You can even get them sliced if you want to. So they're sliced French bread. You can make sandwich out of them, or you can go to like get one of the French breads in a store that are going to be $3 or $4. They're usually about yay long, and they're real traditional French bread like we make po' boys on in New Orleans.
It's called a baguette.
No, these are in a way, I guess.
That thing's called a baguette when you get
it. They're long. They're a little bigger than a baguette width-wise, but the French got a name for it, and they're technically, in case people didn't know this, it's actually a German bread. The French just kind of adopted it. So I found this out. They were doing research on how poor boys came around to be po' boys. They were poor boys in the beginning. They were Poorboy. Today they're Poboy.
Apostrophe. Apostrophe.
And the reason why is, in the old days they were made so that someone working there, like when they were digging the canal on Canal Street from the river to the lake, for a nickel you could come get a loaf of French bread doused in roast beef gravy and gravy debris. And sometimes for like a penny more, they would throw French fries on it for you. So you could eat and you'd be full and you can go back to work. And if the roast beef and gravy back there is anything like it is today, it was well worth the little nickel for your little loaf of bread.
Yeah, but you can probably figure it wasn't,
I bet you it was better, actually.
Maybe.
So some of the places down there are staples. So that's another thing that's weird about New Orleans. When you hear about things like this or muffaletta. So the place the muffaletta was invented at, Central Grocery, is still there today. Still serving muffalettas 100 and how many ever years later. It's still there, serving them up, man. Like in the old days, they just cost. Back in the old days, they were probably like 18 cents. Today, they $26.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I've been kind of doing research on the history of a few recipes, particularly ones that my mom made for us throughout
Me
my
too, Roseanne.
growing up years. And it seems that that's kind of the trend is like so and so invents this, but yada yada takes it and runs with it. So okay, so here's some good examples. So first of all, China invents the noodles. Italy, without question, Italy has mastered the noodle. They far outweigh whatever the Chinese have ever done with noodles. And the Chinese do some really cool shit with noodles. Don't get me wrong. They have those white noodles that are like, I don't know if you've ever seen these, Joe. It's like a white noodle when it's not cooked, but then you take it and you put it in the hot oil and it expands right away.
Oh yeah,
and
it makes like a
then
nest.
it turns
Yeah.
instantly clear. So it's a noodle. It's a really neat thing. But clearly the Italians really ran with the noodle and just, I mean, there's so many different sizes and flavors and sauces they put on it. That's one of the, and that's very cross cultural. But then you have bolognese. A bolognese is usually like a meat sauce that you would think is Italian. They got it from the French, and they poured it on top of their spaghetti, and boom, so they got that. The Italians made pizza. Like the Queen actually wanted pizza. She asked for. Well, she didn't request pizza. She requested, a good meal that the common people would eat for, like, either a lunch or a dinner, and she got pizza. America took pizza and ran with it. Italy invented it, but you got to admit, America has taken pizza and gone off the scale with it, without question.
No, yeah, we do that with everything. That's just
right.
It's just how we are.
So it's looking like that's the way most recipes are. It's like one of these, like Germany invents so and so. Okay, so beer was invented by Egypt. Germany clearly has taken it and run the gamut with it, with having a beer purity law. There are only 4 ingredients allowed in beer in Germany. That's it. If you have more than 4 ingredients, you can't sell your beer in the country of Germany.
We got a new podcast joining the network. It's what's it called? Too Real. It's Too Real Cryptid Legends. Who are they? Daryl Deaton and Ron Moorhead. They're going to be joining the network. I think Michelle's doing their first show with them. No, Gene, I think they're going to be a monthly show. Well, we have season. Yeah, we still do have a couple of seasonal shows. Yes, and I used to do it bi-weekly. Now it's like quarterly. Only because I'm doing other stuff. Science and Beyond takes a lot of research to host that show. Because whatever you're going to talk about, you got to be well researched on. Well, we did John and I did a lot of military stuff over there. John Salvo, DeSalvo and I, we did a lot of military stuff over there.
Heidi has been to the local Colorado dispensary. Got herself a size of homemade pumpkin pie and whipped cream. Yummy.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what a dispensary is. I'm sorry. I'm angelic like, and us angelic like people don't know what that is. What's that, Christopher? As far as the shutdown goes, where we are right now, we're stuck. The Republicans are basically taking the big long bird finger and shoving up the Democrats' ass. The Democrats are just bending them back over and shoving their bird finger up their ass. We're screwed.
Tomorrow,
whoever gives in here is good.
What time is it tomorrow that Snap ends? Is it Saturday? Is it like Friday night at 12:01, or is it Saturday night at 12:01?
It's in what is it? 2 hours and 17 minutes.
So at 12:01 tonight.
Because that's November 1st. Boom. You're out.
Wow.
That's it. It's well, Gene, I mean, they can argue about it all day long, and if Trump's going to do that, then he's going to have something from the Democrats saying, okay, how are we going to pay this back? Or else they're going to be going, oh, we're going to impeach him because he stole $8 billion from the agricultural department. Yeah, this is but the problem for this is for either party, whoever gives in here has probably lost the 2026 election.
Well, I'd say they've probably lost the election all the way up till about 2032.
So I'm thinking the bank. So there's a couple of things been going on. It's a little bit weird. The banks, the betting people and all, they're kind of not just them, the TV companies are changing. So what was it?
Yes.
CBS fired a buttload of people. Miss Astronaut Gayle King, she left because of restructuring. That's her words, not mine. And yes, the astronaut. You know, she was the astronaut with Katy
That's
Perry.
a good segue. You want to talk about restructuring?
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard of a magazine, little rag of a magazine called Glamour Magazine?
Yes, I think I actually have heard Glamour.
Back in the 80s, it was the go-to it girl magazine. Even J.K. Rowling would read that magazine. And that magazine would frequently tell women that they were fat, needed to be skinnier, and they were ugly, needed to be prettier. Well, guess what they did this year? On their Women of the Year cover, there are 9 men.
Wait, what? Say that again. You lost me. I missed something in the translation.
There are 9 men. There are 9 transgender men with breasts, and I don't know if they got the full-on surgery or not, but there are 9 men as the Women of the Year. So Glamour Magazine is essentially, and I agree with J.K. Rowling on this, is saying that transgender men are better women than the rest of you women are.
Well, liberal women think that.
I think it's messed up as shit. I mean, it's tantamount to the thing with Bruce / Caitlyn, whatever her freaking goddamn idiot name is, Jenner. You know, Bruce Jenner or Kate. Whatever. What's his female name? Caitlyn? Is it Caitlyn?
Something like that.
Who cares? It doesn't matter. Who cares? Whether he's female or transgender, Bruce, Caitlyn, he hasn't done sports since 1985, and there was a prestigious award that was going to be given to the first woman of color, and I think I don't think she was like African. I think she was like one of what they call Afro Hispanic from Central America or South America, and she was in college in California. She's winning this prestigious award for college athletics as being a prestigious female athlete that inspires other athletes or some kind of crap like that. She was going to, and then there's money attached to this fucking award too. So pardon my French. Giving it to her, which this young lady had already won it. It was coming up on the presentation day. Before the day of the presentation, they decided to flip it around and give it to Bruce / Caitlyn Jenner because of her achievement in female sports. Well, first of all, she never did anything in female sports, A, and B, hasn't done anything in sports in 40 freaking goddamn years.
So wait. So are the records for the Olympics going to be changed to his new name?
I don't know.
So then he's going to be the well, no woman will ever beat those records.
That's like going back in time. They can't.
You know that, right? If they transfer his things over to a female, there's no woman will ever beat his records. Jesus, no shit. I mean, hardly any men have even come close to beating them. Some of them, but not all of them. And no, Jackie, I don't think anyone would have beat those records. Those are serious records.
And I'll honestly, Joe, if you've seen Bruce Jenner lately, you wouldn't want to beat him either.
Yeah, he's ugly, man. Kathy, somebody said he had the whole full everything done. Yeah, everything snipped, tucked.
It's permanent. It ain't getting there.
I guess we could do we could bring on an expert and nip and tuck.
Did you want to throw this thing up there or what?
What?
You have something down here.
Oh no, that's just a song for later. It's I gotta go find something on Facebook when we come back, but it's what do you mean? Oh, Jesse James. No, it's just it looks like we're gonna break the record. Now, and this is the other dangerous thing about this. If they pay SNAP.
Hey, Steve.
So first of all, I got a question for everybody listening tonight, and this is kind of a moral dilemma. So y'all write to me and let me know. So first off, what about first off, the military is not getting paid either, but the military at least has some recourse. They have the bases and they can go to the banks because the bank already knows they can get the money from the government. So it's not as bad for them. It's bad, but I'm not wanting to take anything away. But like the air traffic controller people, they're not going to have those options. And they can't even go get SNAP.
No.
So they're not getting any checks and they can't go get anything. So is it fair to just kind of shit on them? And see, this is what makes this so tough because there's so many people in need here. It's not just the people on Snap. I mean, there's a lot of people going to be in need here, and and pretty soon they're going to start laying off more people, and more people are going to be in need. So, even if they pass the thing to do Snap, how are they going to add all these other people on it? This is a dilemma, and the only way to fix this is to simply open the government up and let people catch up. I mean, the sad part is it's only 3 months before the next one of these.
Only what?
3 months to the next budget. These are only temporary budgets. These ain't
that's right. Yeah. Well, yeah, no, that's right. It's what CR is continuing resolution, which is just to fund what programs are turned on. Yeah, and Trump's been turning off a lot of shit lately.
Yeah, but it's just the current spending levels that were approved last time. It's nothing that wasn't in the last resolution. The Democrats actually did the original one with Joe Biden. They voted 13 times on the Biden unclear resolutions and once with Trump's. That's 14 times. And they just won't do it on this one. Well, if they were so worried about healthcare, why'd you wait till 2 months before it gets kicked off? That you should have been on Trump on that since January, since he took office. And it should have been in the press every day. I mean, I don't know. That's what happens when you have piss poor leadership, though. Mm-hmm. No, really, that's what happens when you have piss poor leadership. Because now, even though the people want what you're offering, you've just shown that you're going to try to bully your way through it, and the country's not liking that.
Well, one might argue there is no leadership.
Christopher, so if you want to look at polls right now, you can't look at them. If it's liberal, it's liberal. It's going to show Trump down. If it's conservative, it's going to be up. If it's independent, it's going to be up. So right now, with conservatives, Trump is way the hell up. He's way the hell up with independents as well. Mm-hmm. So it's not actually hurting him. He's even got some Democrats on his side on this. So
there are four in talking about polls. As far as what races are going on now, there is a little bit of a switch in New York. Yeah, New York. Cuomo is gaining ground. The four leading polls that we like, what you call, oh God, we use them all the time here. But anyway, the four leading polls have them within 1% of each other. Kami Mandami and Hillary Cuomo.
Well, there's been a lot of people thinking about New York has a lot to lose here. It's not people. I don't even think most people understand what's at stake here. So if what's his name gets in and even does even part of what he says he's going to do, first thing that's going to happen, because they're building the new Wall Street in Texas, the new stock exchange in Texas, they're just going to move down there. And then on top of that, people with 100 millionaires and billionaires are just going to leave and move to Florida or Texas, just like the ones in California are moving to Texas. I mean,
I guarantee you this. And any good new manufacturing jobs are going to come in from some of these $100 billion, $500 billion, $1 trillion deals that Trump just made in Southeast Asia. They're not going to New York. If he wins and he puts all these taxes out there and makes it a socialist regime, they're not going to want to manufacture things in New York City.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. I don't. It's
is one of them quantum? Was that one of the poll groups we use?
Oh, Quinnipiac.
There's another one, Q2, I think.
Yeah. There's Quinnipiac, and there's a couple other ones like that. It's Jesse, some of the polls right now. No, I did see that. I was actually checking that. No, I think they blocked us in a couple of places over that last video. Yeah.
Really?
It's not showing up on our server, so it's whoever. Yeah, it's a Warner Brothers tag. I seen it. Yeah, don't ask me, man. Over that last song, that's kind of weird. I played that song 100 times on this network at least. These companies get greedy these days. They do. Well, we're gonna go to break in a couple minutes, but there's a lot. I mean, there's still a lot more going on. So why and we'll touch on this more, but why did Trump immediately come home from Xi Jinping and say we need to up our nuclear stuff? What the fuck
he
was
said
that
before,
about?
He said it before he left. He said it before he actually met with Xi Jinping.
Yeah, but he said it again when he got home because he actually ordered. I can't think of the guy's name now. Hassack to evaluate all of our nuclear standing. He wants to know what our alert standing is and what's active and what's not. Something made him nervous. And so, yeah. Oh, so now NASA. Why is NASA screwing around with Elon? Well, I mean, NASA's they're telling Elon, well, if you can't get Artemis, I mean, you can't get Starship ready. We're going to have to let Blue Horizon do it.
What? They can only go 66,000 feet up.
So Elon started laughing about it. He said they haven't even been in orbit. He said we deliver payloads all over. Here's one for you, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all going to love this. So if you take India, China, Russia, our country itself, along with 6 other countries, they're only 1% of the satellites that go or the payloads that go into space that X launches. SpaceX launches like 98% of everything going into space. That's fucking outrageous. I mean, and it's because he's as good as he is. And he said, fine, y'all don't want us to go to the moon, we'll go to Mars. Fuck y'all. You on your own. He's don't fucking piss him off, man. He might turn them satellites on y'all and tell y'all why we call him Drax.
He's already got half his network up.
You better watch out. No, the guy at NASA said it because Trump wants to make sure we get back on the moon before China does. Okay, first off, Trump, I understand your thing, but we've already been first on the moon. Fuck China. We went how many long years ago? Now here's China 50 years later. Ooh, big fucking deal. It took them almost 60 years after we got there to get there again. For them to get there, get the fuck out of here. Why are we competing with that? I'm not even sure what that's about. We do need to get there. We need to establish a big presence, and we need to start mining. Russia and China plan on putting a base up there with a nuclear reactor to run everything because they want to put a air bubble shielding over it, I think is what he called it. Is what Xi Jinping called it.
I do know this. They recently, I don't know how recently, but I think before the Chinese sent their first, robotic missions up, we have a satellite that is tidally locked. Also, it kind of rotates and faces mostly the places where we landed. They have a live camera looking at every one of our landing sites, just to make sure that none of them go there to disturb it.
It's kind of weird. It's Ginny. They got six. They've landed on, I think, the moon 6 times now. All robotic, yeah. And their next couple of missions are robotic. Well, put people on the moon is not as easy as people think it is. Well, Blue Horizon's doing something closer.
No, putting people on the moon's easy. Getting them off is another thing.
Well, no, I mean the whole thing, just the whole feature. So, Blue Horizon right now, like Elon Musk said, has not even had a stable orbit yet. They haven't even delivered payload into space yet. And who was the one who didn't complete their mission? Couldn't bring the astronauts back. That wasn't them. Who was that? Boeing. So they're out of the competition. And the lander that they're building is it can carry 20 tons. The thing that X is building, well, SpaceX is building, can carry 200 tons. Yes. So if you send up 4 or 5 at a time, you've just put your whole colony up there. Yeah. You know what it reminds me of when you look at those ships. There's some old 40s and 50s sci-fi that have that exact model of ship with the gridded windows and the side fins and the little things at the bottom landing. I'm not shitting you, man. Exactly the same. It's maybe something Elon seen as a kid. Mm-hmm. Well, Elon wants to go, and Elon wants to be part of building a base on the moon. He'll probably build his own base on the moon. But his idea, he only wants the moon so he can get to Mars faster. Well, it's easier to launch. If you can build on the moon, it's easier to launch from the moon than it is from Earth. So no, Glenn, so this is what he's actually doing. Not all of these starships are starships that are going to go out into space or even to the moon. A lot of them are going to be tankers. Yes. He's going to have tankers in space so that if they need to hold up and just sit in orbit for whatever reason, there'll be so they can use whatever fuel they need to get into space. Then they can refuel when they get there. And if they have to wait for a while, then they can refuel again before they leave. And now they're talking about, if you want to make the ships even more efficient, that you can just put tankers every so often and not have a lot of that stuff you use for fuel storage, you could use for people or food storage. If you had a guaranteed gas station along the way. Yeah. No, they're not playing around. Look, within 20 years, it'll just be, not even that, within probably 12 years, you'll start seeing regular flights back and forth to Mars. Probably less than 6 years, you'll be seeing a couple of companies going back and forth to the moon. Pretty soon, somebody's going out there to the asteroid belt to get that asteroid that's worth more than anything on the planet 100 million times. So it's going to be interesting to see where all this goes. Well, over the next 100 years, our little solar system is going to change immensely. No, it's going to change immensely. It's going to be unrecognizable. We're going to have little colonies and little bases and little mining things here and there spread all out over the place. Yes. I did see that. So they're talking about not a nuclear reaction, a fusion reaction to melt the ice on a couple of the moons that have ice on it, I guess, to see about life. Well, no, they're looking for something because they want to use something to Mars, but nuking the ice cap is stupid because you just contaminated all that ice.
Yeah.
The idea is not
potential drinking water.
Yeah. Well, they're pretty sure they're going to find way more water under the. Okay. The reason why they think that is Mars has a brine layer over the top of it.
Why don't they just turn on the stupid alien machine that's in the pyramid mines, just like in the movie? The hot rods go and melt the core and turn the planet back on.
Yeah, that would work. Yeah, no, it's no, that's Get Your Ass to Mars. Well, that's not the title of it, but that's how I always refer to it. Yeah, I always refer to it as Get Your Ass to Mars. Arnold's been out a lot lately talking for the Republicans. He basically told Newsom, "I will put my foot in your ass." And Newsom better be scared of that old man. That old man will choke him out. And have y'all seen one of his sons? One of his sons looks just like him. He's a beast. He's like,
his son can run for president.
I am the fucking Hulk. You know, fuck with my daddy. And then his other son from the Maid, he looks like one of those Hawaiian Samoan guys. A big old monster looking dude.
Oh shit.
No, we'll just say he's pleasantly chunky and leave it at that. Yes. No, the other son you can tell works out. Yeah. Arnold's big into working out. I mean, that's why. No, he's an immigrant. He couldn't run for president. That's why he never did. No, he was a popular governor in California. He could have done well, but nope, you can't. If you're not 100% red-blooded American, you know what we tell you, fucker, you asshole, you cannot be a president. Apparently, it don't matter if your first lady is or not, though. Yeah, I'm not sure how that exactly works. She could be a spy, as far as we know. Her parents could have been Soviet trained. Yes, and then she could have been trained by them. She could be a KGB. Yes. Jay's girlfriend's KGB. I don't know about all that. You'd have to ask Jay about that.
You actually got that wrong. I'm KGB. My watch is my KGB badge.
No, there you go, people. See. Yeah, here's one for y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Did you know if you're a communist, you can run for a public office in the United States, including the presidency?
As long as you're legally eligible, yeah, sure, why not?
So you used not be able to the whatever Communist Act of 1954. You used not be able to. Matter of fact, there's a lot of things they couldn't do if you were a communist. And then in 1967 or 66, the Democrats decided that because they want to do a little socialist communist experiment, that they needed to make it where they thought it was too much, and So they repealed the law. Well, not quite repealed it, but changed it so that communists could run, which I could not understand why they would think that's a good idea. But anyway, so the Republicans challenged it. And back then, it was an all liberal, well, not all liberal, but mostly liberal Supreme Court. So they voted, yes, communists can be. My problem with all this is frankly, schools must be doing a piss poor job in educating people to understand what a communist actually is. And what they had planned on doing to the world, what they still plan on doing to the world. No, Jackie, communists are not friendly people. Xi Jinping, Xi's a great guy, but look, he's got 4.45 billion people living in this country, right? Which about 300 million are living like we are. They're living good, they're happy. But that still leaves 1.1 billion living below the lowest poverty level in the United States. Just about the same level as India's poverty.
It's a third world country on steroids.
Yeah, so I mean, well, Japan, the reason Japan beat China wasn't because they were smarter, brighter, well, maybe because they were smarter, but it wasn't brighter, faster, even better armed.
They were smarter.
What happened was they said, okay, Japan had, I don't know, how many ever million people, 8-10 million people back then. China still probably had 300 or 400 million. So it was an easily let's just walk in, give everybody a gun and just walk over. You're going to take Japan no matter what. But Japan was smart. They cut off their food supply. So what happened was they would go on the beaches and offer the Chinese soldiers rice for their guns, and the Chinese would give up their guns so they could eat. And that's the way they basically conquered China for the second time, by the way, not the first. Now, just recently, I guess Trump really likes this new female prime minister, and he definitely likes the emperor, and he's hooking them up. He got them up to, they're going to spend 5% in their defense.
They're hooking us up too. They're with $550 billion in factory construction within the United States.
Yeah. So this is a good deal for everybody involved. Well, China's pissing Japan off.
That's going that should drive the cost of the car down a significant amount. I would think if they do that in 10 years, 15 years, if there's $550 billion worth of Toyota car building plants in this country, those cars should decrease in price by about $10,000. So their base car is now like $23,000 to get into a Corolla right now. That'll become $13,000.
Yeah, that's where it should be for a Corolla.
Yes.
I mean, Corollas are nice cars, but
they're
the baby car. Even a Camry, unless it's fully loaded with moonroof, scratch my ass, every safety control, that should be around 22, 23. But a base model Camry shouldn't even be more than 15, 16. And they're nice cars, Jimmy. Well, no, so the Corolla is the baby. The Camry's the middle. The Avalon is the luxury version of the series.
That's the full size sedan. Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah. Avalon's
the
nice car,
the Corolla is a compact sedan. So the Camry is a mid-size sedan, and then the Avalon and whatever, they have one other big one. I think those are like full size, like luxury.
Camrys are designed like touring cars are. Camrys are really made to be on the highway. They really probably even like better being on interstate around 80 miles an hour. The car seems to be real comfortable. I've driven many Camrys. They seem to be really comfortable cruising along like that. And
they're like 75, 80. Yeah.
And all the newer ones from I think 2016 up have wider tires, taller tires. The ones on my old ones.
They're still 16-inch rims, but they are wider. They're not just like the Camaros would be like sort of a narrow tire up front and a wider tire in the back for traction. These are the same width front and back.
Yeah, they're the same width front and back.
Yeah,
but mine are I got that one's got 17-inch rims on it, and it's got the tires that squish up at the top about like that. Instead of having that much rubber at the top, like a normal tire, they got about that much rubber at the top.
It's slick.
No, they're not slick. They're regular tires. They're all weather tires. Actually, it's we don't get much snow.
Must be tubeless.
Yeah, they're tubeless. Yeah, they don't say anything else but tubeless down here. You ain't getting nothing else. Well, you can get radial, non-radial if you don't want a radial tire. If you want to be nice to animals, you won't drive radials.
If you're up here and you don't get any either an all weather or a triple weather, like the winter weather tires, you're screwed because we don't get a lot of snow, but when it does snow, if you don't have snow tires, ooh.
Well, Kirk, you're right. In the old days, you would have to switch out tires. Now you can get an all-weather tire. Yeah, you can get an all-weather, or you can keep two sets. I mean, you have to store the set yourself. The place ain't gonna store it.
Some people still do that. Yeah.
Or you can just get chains and put them in your trunk.
My grandfather, bless his heart, when he would go, he was a snowbird. When he would go down to Florida from Ohio, because he had the cash. When he got down there, he would have them swap his winter wear treads out because he's going to be down there for 4 or 5 months before he goes back up. It's the easy way to do it.
Oh no, Steph. Actually, we got to go to break. We're going to take a quick break, but
yeah.
No, we'll talk a little bit about that when we come back, and we'll get some other stuff we're going to talk about. But really and truly, when it comes to shutdown, I don't know who's going to break the shutdown. Like I said, it's going to be hard because the other powers, you're giving up a lot. And I know USA Today said Trump's approval rating was at 39%, but I watched CNN last night, and he was up 4% at 45%. So, some fishy busy going on there. No, the majority of polls I see have Trump up. They even have the GOP up. Well, because the longer this drags on, the more you're going to hear, well, it's only 5 votes. Yes. Well, three Democrats have already voted with the Republicans. They need 5 more. Well, because one of the GOP, Ron Paul, voted against it. Yeah, Rand Paul, I'm sorry. Yeah. Rand Paul, he's a fuckface. What can I tell you? He's a traitor. Like that bitch Jane Fonda. Yeah. I often wonder why they never had her arrested because, treason is treason. There's no statute of limitations on treason.
Yeah, it's true.
I often wonder about that. Trump ought to have her ass arrested next time she's doing one of them crazy things on stage somewhere.
Maybe she got an auto pen pardon from Biden.
Maybe so. I wouldn't put it past it. But
did you hear that they might be there might be evidence that they can call those back?
Yeah, I have heard a little bit about that. That there's some because so there's a sign card that goes with every auto pen where the president signed. So this is confusing. So you've got to get this president to sign the card.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah, not signed. So what happened? This is why this is fishy. So some of the evidence they found was that I don't know if it was an intern or what, but so whoever's running the auto pen, they would bring a memo to President Biden, have him read it. He'd read it, then to acknowledge that he'd read it, he would put his initials JV on it. And then they would take that over to the auto pen and use that to authorize the auto pen for what it said on that card. So why would he initial something that he could just sign with the auto pen? So it's really fishy.
Well, that's the thing, because I know when they were talking about it, they said you have to give permission to use the auto pen. They said, well, where is all this paperwork that said he gave permission to do this? Because he was doing them for like 2 weeks. So there should be several things that's been signed.
How many people did he pardon? 67,000 people? What the hell is this? Some weird number, some outrageous number that he.
It was crazy, whatever it was. It was crazy. No, we're actually short tonight because it's Halloween. There's a Halloween party following this show. Don't Whistle at Night. It's going to have a Halloween party. They're not normally behind us, but since it's Halloween night, they're going to have a Halloween party. Well, the girls from Spirit Realm. We used to have a show called Spirit Realm.
Spirit Radio.
Spirit Switchboard, right?
Spirit Switchboard. Yeah.
So anyway, Spirit Switchboard put on a party. It looked pretty good. I was watching it. Yeah. It's up. You can go watch it. Jay was stripping. Yeah.
I was center square. I was Paul in on the Halloween square.
He was out there, clothes flying off and stuff. You got to be 21 and over, and it's $9.99 a minute. Yeah. Hey, I'm doing it cheap tonight. It's usually $39.99 a minute, so take it for what it is. Anyway, we got to take a break, so we're going to be back in about 7 or 8 minutes. And no, really, we'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes. We got a bunch of other news we got to get hold to, and which is sitting up here somewhere on top of my screen. What do you mean? So, we got the Rose Park shooter. That ought to be interesting. We get to see that. We got this thing somebody sent me about this nuclear blast. We might take a look at that. Maybe, I don't know. And then, of course, we haven't even talked about the FBI foiled the potential terrorist attack in Michigan. So we're going to talk about that.
Ooh, yeah.
So, no, there's oh, and then we got some video of a drone blowing a tank.
I do believe they said.
Yes. Then we got video of a drone blowing the living crap out of a Russian tank. And then we haven't talked about the Ukraine kicking Russia's ass last night and the night before, blowing up oil refineries and all sorts of shit, stuff that supplies. Oh yeah, man, they went on a warpath, man. They had enough of this.
Well, didn't Trump say something about not to go after their energy structure so that they at least have heat for the wintertime? And now he's going after their energy structure.
Well, he can do whatever he wants. It's not Trump's war. Trump's just some innocent bystander.
Well, I know, but I mean, it just seems like he's doing that out of spite because of the Trump warning, don't go after their infrastructure for heating. And that's what he's doing.
Yeah, well, that's how that works. Too bad. That's how they get their money for the wars, through their fuel, by selling that fuel. That's fair game there. And then there's the one about the Dallas principal who was removed because she was mad because she said black students was bringing down the average grade of an A or something. Yeah, I'm assuming she's going to. Yeah, I'm assuming she's getting. Well, it's a black lady too. I don't know. Yeah, it says Principal Woodrow Wilson. Oh, Woodrow Wilson High School. The principal at Woodrow Wilson High School. Sorry, people, my mind's gone. She held a meeting exclusively with black students to blame them for the school's academic reputation.
Wow.
Holy crap. Well, you're gone. Adios, chick.
She's black?
She's black.
Oh.
She's the principal, and she's saying she's blaming their school reputation because she's black. Anyway, we got to go. No, we got a bunch of this little.
Not because they're stupid, but because they're black.
Yes, I don't. More than likely, it's probably because of violence and crime and stuff like that. But it's hey, look, we don't make the rules up here. Okay, we don't get to decide. If I decided how society should actually be way different than it is now, so y'all should be grateful. Yes, because I'd be like, no, none of that shit. You want what? No, that's not happening in my watch. That ain't gonna happen. Yeah, so be glad y'all have a what you said, a democratic republic. I don't know if exactly that's what I'd call it, but anyway, we're gonna go to take a break. We'll be back in about 8 minutes. If you're a Nazi, I mean, if you're a Nazi, you're a Democrat. Democrats are Nazi, whatever, same difference. But we'll be right back. So stay tuned for United Public Radio and News on the Flip Side. We got a couple of things on. This, I think, is Lizzie Garner. She's just a person who can sing, I guess would be the best way to describe that. Yes, a person who can sing.
I know this song.
This is really me singing, y'all.
Now here you go again. You say you want your freedom, but who am I to keep it down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it. Listen carefully to the sound of loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad, and the stillness of remembering what you had and what you loved and what you had, what you lost. Thunder only happens when it's raining.
It's not true.
Players only love you when they're playing.
That is true.
Say women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know Say women, they will come and they will go. Where the rain washes you clean, you know. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Yeah, players only love you when they're playing. Yeah, women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know. You know. You will know. You will know.
Welcome to Negotiating Happiness, the show that helps you find happiness, success, and balance in your work and life. I'm Adriana Fierster, your host for this journey into entrepreneurship and personal growth. We're broadcasting live on 107.7 and 105.3 FM in New Orleans as part of the United Public Radio Network. We explore the latest strategies, insights, and stories from successful entrepreneurs and experts. From managing stress to building a thriving business, we've got you covered.
Welcome to Don't Whistle at Night podcast, where Navajo legends echo in the shadows. Darren and Dawn will guide you through the sacred fire of native storytelling, where the old stories breathe, the unknown walks among us, and voices, long hidden, rise to be heard. And remember,
the night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Stop this conversation. We got no relation. I have come for you in my control.
The Church of Mavis radio show, Friday nights at 8 p.m., 7 Central, starring Jeffrey Pritchett with his co-hosts Wham and Jay McNicholas, right here on the United Paranormal Radio Network, UPRN 107.7 FM, New Orleans.
Are you ready to explore the unknown? Dive into the world of the strange, mysterious, and unexplained with Eerie Expeditions magazine. Each issue is packed with spine-tingling tales, cutting-edge paranormal investigations, and exclusive insights into hauntings, cryptids, UFOs, and more. Whether you're a seasoned investigator or just love a good ghost story, Eerie Expeditions magazine has something for you. Join our growing community of truth seekers and adventure lovers. Subscribe today at EerieExpeditionsMagazine.com and unlock the secrets of the supernatural.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to News on the Flipside. That was actually for the show before, so that's what one of the Halloween parties was. The other one will be following this show in about an hour or so. I hope everybody's having a good Halloween wherever you are. Y'all out there stripping and getting in trouble. And if you're down in the French Quarter, there's lots of great costumes this time of year. A lot of fun to watch people. A lot of good contests going on. A lot of good drinking. Them contests look better as you get, a little more buzz too. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah, and the later you go, there may be some people that don't have any costumes on.
That's right. Yeah, you're liable to see some of that too. Yes. Ooh, a magic. Oh, the demons.
Oh no.
Maybe. Welcome back, people.
I gotta tell you a funny story. Years ago, you talk about going to Dragon Con. It's changed now since before, but in the 90s, it was a different animal altogether. But they literally had, both on the website and when you got there, they had signs everywhere that reminded everyone of the costume rules. And one of I think it was rule number 7 was rule number 7 said, "Remember, no costume is no costume whatsoever." And so please make it at least R-rated or less.
Make sure your body parts are covered, my friends.
Yes, pretty much is what they were saying.
Well, I tell people that all the time that come to New Orleans. They're like, "Well,
I can get away with showing my boobies." No, you can't.
No, actually, you can't, people. And guys, you don't be showing what, because you're probably going to go to jail. Mardi Gras, they'll probably let you go, or they'll just throw you in a sleep it off tank. But I don't know, people. It's like, what the hell? Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Oh no!
It's spooky, people. It's spooky.
I was already there.
It's spooky time. Yes, it is.
I was the center of attention.
Yes, Jay was the center square. Well, at one point when I seen him, they had up to 10 people in the room. I don't know if that's max.
Yeah, max is 10. Yeah, we had people they had to drop out to let someone else in.
Yeah. Michelle's other half was there, seeing him, and I seen only one person there I didn't recognize. And I was just figuring she was a new host.
Annette or Jen?
Probably Annette. I don't know. Michelle introduces me to him when she wants to, or sometimes I'll just pop into their new show and go, "Hi, I'm the boss. How you doing?" Oh no! See, in the old days, they expected to see me in the shows all the time, but now they're not used to it. So when I pop in now, people get nervous. They think I'm like coming in for some reason. No, I like some of the shows on the network. I like to sit and listen to them. What do you mean, Willis?
What you talking about, Willis?
Of course, I like every show on the network. Yes, I've heard every one of them. Well, usually Michelle will send me over like whatever one they sent her in the beginning or something. It doesn't matter. She's in charge of that. No, that's her job. I got other jobs. Yes. You mean what? Well, no, we're adding shows all the time. We still got more shows to add because there's going to come a point, we call it the tipping point, when the station's actually kind of into 2 full-blooded stations. But meanwhile, there's just a lot of stuff being added. No, we're always looking for shows.
Especially if they have anything to do with food or UFOs.
You mean free spots? We ain't got many of those. Most spots start at around $100. It depends. They can be less, but then they include other things that, yeah. So no, it's just, well, the station offers a lot of different stuff now, and we offer other venues you can be on, but those are paid venues, yes. And we offer pay-per-view as well, and then we offer membership stuff as well too. So there's a lot going on, and eventually we'll get everybody up to speed on it. Just it's called growing pains. Josh Wheaton.
No, not that show from the 80s.
Josh Wheaton. What Josh Wheaton is? That's who the hell is Josh Wheaton?
Firefly.
Oh, okay. No, see, no, John, Firefly. No, you're thinking of Wesley, stuff. The guy who plays Wesley Crusher. That's who you think of. I can't think of his name.
Wesley Crusher is Will Wheaton.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he does all those. When he's claimed to fame now, he's got 2 claims to fame now. One, he does all of those after show things for all the new Star Treks, which there's 3 of them or something. There's Strange Worlds, Discovery, and Picard, right?
No, Picard's done. They did the 3-season Picard run.
No. Discovery's done too. I wasn't talking about. I was just talking about. There's 3. There was only 3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What is that? They are doing those. Yeah, that's correct. It's kind of like a late night Johnny Carson show for Star Trek.
It's well, no, Chris. So all right, there is definitely for sure going to be Star Trek Academy coming. It's already been pronounced, and then
when does it woke? I mean, sorry, when does it premiere?
Yeah, it's woke. That's exactly right. I don't know, but it looks pretty damn woke. No, we played a clip of something on here.
It premieres next year. Is it next year?
Yeah, I think it is next year. No, Jay and I played a clip on here one night. It was
kind of woke, people. Yeah, I mean
it was like this. The crew of Discovery is now going to run the Academy, so it's just going to be the Academy. And where are they right now? 2099. Don't they come from where the Doctors Admitter come from 900 years in the future or something? So they're going to be running the Academy.
No,
that don't even make any sense.
Star Trek, the original series, Captain Kirk was supposed to be exactly 200 years from the date, and when he had the idea, it was 22. I mean, it was 1950 or something like that. So, like the time frame for the Starfleet universe, the way it begins is like 2245 to 2266, which is when the show started. That's it. That's the pre-UFP Federation time frame, and then from 1966. Sorry, not 1966. Sorry. Anyway, from
but Enterprise takes it up to the year 3000 or something. Him and that guy from the what the hell do they call themselves? The Time Agency. Got stuck in the
Sector 70, Sector 31 or something.
No, Sector 31 is a spy agency. No, they did
the guy from the 29th.
They were the temporal police is what they were.
Yeah, the guy from the guy you're talking about from the 29th century.
Yeah, so that's the same place the Doctor's Admitter comes from in Voyager. It's the same time frame, and that's where Discovery is right now. So what I was asking is, are they going to be running is the crew of Discovery going to be running the Academy in the year 3000? Because that's where they are, basically 2999 or some shit. They're somewhere up around there. So there might even be 34 something actually. So regardless, though, why would you let the Enterprise crew, the Discovery crew, run your Academy? Because they're from the past. They're probably not even up to speed on all the new technologies that they're catching up with.
Well, it could be. There's no way.
But since everybody they're using are very woke, it's going to be weird. Then there's supposed to be one with 7 or 9. So I've heard a lot of stories about that. I haven't really seen anything that makes me feel 100% confident, but I've seen some good writing about it. And then, of course, we've got 2 seasons left of Strange New Worlds 4 and 5, and then they're gone. So now the thing is, enough people like the new Captain Kirk that they may give him a shot. But where's the shot going to be? Is it going to be the time right after Pike, the first year or two, or is it going to be the time after?
So the Enterprise history is that the captain was first captained by Robert April, who is the admiral who quite frequently speaks to Pike. And then Pike did his, and then Kirk takes over from Pike. So that has to happen if they're going to go by that, original time frame.
Well, Pike's got it right now, so he's done his thing because of what happens to him. They're only going to give him 2 more years because that'll be his tenure.
Well, he becomes fleet captain at some point. So he is in charge of Captain Kirk.
At the end of his 5 years, that's probably what you can do is make you fleet captain, because somewhere in the 10 years is when he gets messed up at the end of his 10 years.
He gets messed up by J Delta Rays at sometime during Captain Kirk's 5-year run.
Well, so they gave you the timeline on the new show. It's 10 years from the time he started till this happens to him.
Yeah,
they've already laid out the timeline for everyone. So it's looking like we know because what was when Spock drags Pike back to the planet where he goes to live with the blonde. Oh, what I can't remember the name of it.
Talos.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the anyway.
Talos. Oh, the
So
episode is called The Menagerie.
yeah, the
in Star
Menagerie is
Trek,
what I was
and it's
looking
called
for.
The Cage in the original. It
In the
was the
pilot.
original pilot
Yeah.
that Gene shopped around the various networks: CBS, ABC, NBC,
So yeah,
and only
so-
NBC liked it.
Yeah, so you had the Cage, and then they did the other one because the other one was a little different.
It was
then they
called The
brought him-
Menagerie. It's the only
yeah.
2-part episode.
Yeah, because then they brought him. Then he went there to live with. They showed you everything. Then he went there to live. The whole thing was a trial with the Commodore and the whole thing. But anyway, what's that? Gene? No, it's so you have a good time frame of how things work. So he's got 10 years. So at the end of this 5 years, that's going to be like probably 6 or 7 years for him to have gone by in the Star Trek world. So that means he's only got a little while left to go. We know. In the Kirk thing, what was it? Season 1, right?
I'm looking it up. I think it was season 2 for that
Was it?
episode.
Okay. Well, because they don't necessarily do seasons as a year. Sometimes in Enterprise or in the Star Trek universe, in a year, a season could be 2 or 3 years could have gone past. Yeah.
Where's the episode guide? Episode guide.
But for the new Kirk, he's got a lot of things he could do. They could use him for like 2 or 3 years in there until well, there's some places in there where you don't have to necessarily have the Enterprise going off on its 5-year mission right in the beginning when Kirk.
It is first season, Menagerie Part 1 and
Yeah.
Part 2. So Menagerie Part 1 first aired Thursday, November 17th, 1966. Part 2 a week later on November 24th.
So
Thanksgiving.
So yeah, you've got about, let's see, you've got a couple of almost 1,000 years of Star Trek history to go through. So it gives you a balance. That's the whole reason, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that Discovery went to the future, because they fucked around so much.
None of us knew anything about Star Trek whatsoever.
Yes.
Never seen an episode, either one of us, in our entire lives.
So they fucked around so much in the
What's
first
that, Mom?
2 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll be up for dinner later. Thanks.
Yeah, I know. The first 2 years of Star Trek, first 2 years of Discovery was just a mess. That's not how the Klingon War started. We know about the Klingon War. It's well written about in movies and in TV series. It's
The
not
series
like
seems to have one thing in common, and it's fatal across all the episodes. Is they're kind of all every well, it doesn't matter which ones you're a fan of, but if you step back and you watch, and even if you go from the original series or you go from the Next Generation or Deep Space Nine, Voyager, blah, 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 there's so many, 14 I think different spin-offs television shows from the one TV show. 14 spin-off television shows. That's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. But anyway, so forget that. If you go back and look at any of these shows, and it doesn't matter if it's Discovery, again, they start off slow. The first 2 or 3 seasons suck. And then the last couple of seasons start to get really, really good. The last 2 or 3 seasons of Enterprise got really, really good, especially with the Mirror universe. The last 4 or 5 seasons of Deep Space Nine with the war they got into, the Dominion War. Fantastic stuff. Same thing with Deep Space Nine, Voyager. Just find a show. All the later seasons got better and better and better. And that's always when they got canceled. Soon as they start getting hit speed, season 3 of the original series starts getting really, really good, really, really, except for the episode 79, but all the other episodes are really, really good. It gets canceled when it starts getting really, really good. That's when they get canceled. That is
well,
fatal
but
flaw.
a lot of times it's because they've played out. There's nowhere for them to go. They've taken their whatever to such a height that there's just no realistic place.
That may be part of it. Yeah, whatever it is, it's a fatal flaw.
No, it's definitely a fatal flaw. Enterprise was a good little series. Yeah, I mean it was a fun little series.
It was especially getting good, like I said, towards the end, and the last the season 4 was really good. And then they said no season 5. I was like, what? Okay, I'm like, come on, at least give him, you know. Anyway.
You mean no? The Xindi War was season 3, Bruce. Yeah.
And that was a very good.
That was a good
whole
season.
arc.
3 and 4, their two best seasons. One was just a get to know you, which is see, that's people always want to hate on season 1, but season 1 for everything is always the same thing. It's, you got to know the characters and you got to show them somewhere. So season 1's place you got to start. So it's always a little bit slower in character development. Season 2 was a play around. Let's see what we can do with this, and it introduced a lot of characters. It introduced the Romulans, the blue guys, the cranky old bastards. You got to see the green girls. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that came in.
Yeah. Oh, you got to see for the first time Orion men.
Yes, you got to see the Orions when they went to go save him from the
the
slave. When he was holding up,
the crew got kidnapped. We're going to be sold as slaves.
Oh no, what's her name? The science officer, the guy. He's holding her up there. Orion's holding her up in the air like that, her little tiny self, and the bidding's going wild. Yeah. And the guy's like, "You brought more than my last wife." All right. I was like, "What the hell?" You mean in Discovery? My favorite character in Discovery was probably Booker. Yeah, well, I knew people were gonna like that choice, but yeah, Booker. What do you mean? Because he was black? His fucking color had nothing to do with why I liked him. No, I liked his character, who he was from the planet. He was kind of zen with the universe. Yeah. He had a cool cat, nice ship. I didn't like he was, humping what's her face, but because she was a wreck, man. Captain Burnham was a wreck. I can't even say that any plainer than that. She was a wreck. And if it wouldn't have been for the one guy, there wouldn't even been any men in charge anywhere. And
I don't know if she was a wreck, but I've always thought she was kind of a basket case.
Basket case, wreck, same damn thing, man. What the hell? Didn't have it, Rex and basket case. I don't know what to do with him. What is that back there? Ooh. What's it, Frank? Oh no, actually, you know what? Hold on, let me do that right quick because I know we got some of these I want to get through. So, what was this? Oh wait, horror movies. Who sent me this? Somebody sent me this. What is this? Wait, we may have to look at this. It's because it's Halloween. What does this say?
What's the number one horror movie? Jaws.
Horror movies to watch this Halloween. Let's see. Which one should we be watching? Okay.
Jaws.
It's Jaws bites, man.
It's the best horror movie.
When you've seen that shit in person, you think that's just beginner stuff. It's what?
1970.
Jaws get everybody I knew the first time they seen it. I don't give a fuck who they were. They were
it
like,
was
what?
one of the first animatronic full-scale, monsters.
Watching somebody get chewed up is always kind of like, what the hell, man?
Pretty graphic, though.
Yeah, it was pretty graphic. What are all of these? Okay, who sent me this list? People, y'all are on crack. Okay, no, we'll see. So this one is Bone Tomahawk. What the hell is that?
Huh?
It's some kind of Western horror.
Alt Western, maybe.
I've never heard of that. Bug, but it's called Bug. Okay, I guess the Bug's Inch. Is that what goes on? That's just the name of it, Bug. What's this one? The Empty Man. I've never heard of any of these movies. God, man, I'm way out of touch. Shame on me. I don't want to watch any of them anyway.
Maybe we start a rule. If you're going to send us a list of top 10 so and so's, it better be so and so's we've heard of.
Yeah, this one's called. The next one's called Hush. The next one's called The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Yeah, these all sound like this. Oh wait, this one's something about a Ouija board. Oh, Ouija. Oranges. I'm sorry. Origin of Evil. Oranges are evil. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. This one's The Witches. This one looks like something I've seen before. Yeah, this was a 1990s movie. Yeah, I thought I've seen it before. Monster House. These kind of suck. They sound like horror throwbacks to me, if you ask me. What lies beneath the water, the sea, what the others with Nicole Kidman. I want to know, oh yeah. Jenny, shame on you. Does she get naked? Sleepy Hollow. Oh, I've probably seen that one. Hidden Gems, Ponytail.
Is that Sleepy Hollow? Is that the one with Johnny Depp?
Let me go back and see. Sleepy Hollow. Tim Burton. Didn't say nothing about no Johnny Depp's in there.
Johnny Depp does Sleepy Hollow, which is really good.
Yeah, this one is it just says Tim Burton. I kind of remember.
It might be that one. I don't know.
Yeah. Anything from Jackson, boo. You suck. Haunt, boo, boo, boo. Weapons, boo. What is with these single word titles? That's smile too. I mean, what the fuck? Y'all can't even think of a title anymore. So when you can't think of a title, it makes me not even want to look at the movie. I'm just wondering how crappy is the writing going to be in a movie if you have to have a one-word title.
Jaws.
And well, Jaws is a little different, but the rest of them are not.
Jaws was a good movie. It's one of the best horror movies ever, dude.
I'm not saying it wasn't a good movie. I'm just saying it's an exception to the rule with one-word titles. Most of them you just don't know. I mean, you're like, what? One word? What the hell? Give me some information.
The movie.
That's a rare thing, man. Jeez.
Yes.
That's definitely.
I talked about it on the other show, on the Halloween show. What the difference is in the end of the book, the shark comes in. Okay, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie yet, but most of you have. The shark goes into the cabin where the sheriff is and gets stuck in the control room. The sheriff swims away and he watches this boat sink and the fish drowns because it's stuck in the boat. It can't get away.
In
the movie,
I like it better the other way when they blow it.
In the movie, the sheriff shoves a scuba bottle, an oxygen tank into the shark's mouth. It gets stuck in its jaw, and then he sits on top of the wreckage as it's sinking, and he shoots the animal in the face until it explodes. Much better ending.
There was a
much better ending than the book.
But Chris, that shark was kicking their ass. I got lucky. Let's see. It's a Quinnipiac poll.
Hey, so what do you think's going on with these idiots in Hamas? Do you think that shit's going to hold on, or they're going to get their asses kicked soon?
No, I mean they don't want to die. I think they just. I think
they keep either someone keeps shooting people in the street, or something else is going on over there. But that's what had been going on. I don't know if there's been anything lately, but
I mean they got to get calmed down because right now Trump's kind of preoccupied, but then also he's not preoccupied, so and he might need some distractions. He might go and kill somebody.
He's back from China now, so I mean,
yeah, I think right now he's more interested in sticking his foot in Venezuela's ass. But what's that, John? No, really, he's. I mean, we've been blowing the living shit out of stuff in international water down there, but now we got. Well, we don't have a task force. We got a task group. It's actually this is the lowest amount of security I've ever seen for a super carrier in my entire life. I know why, because it's in the Gulf of Mexico. We beep the Gulf of America, so we had to correct that. Well, because like in Mississippi, there's jets parked just not far from where I live. Pensacola, there's jets parked. There's actually jets all up and down the coast. So I mean, if something goes down, we can have them there pretty quickly.
And wait a minute. It's a super carrier, right?
Yeah.
So that means it has at least one or two airplanes that goes up that has fuel replenishment, airborne fuel replenishment.
So it's it's fairly well protected. Yeah, and there's always at least one sub with a carrier. And frankly, in the carrier groups I was ever a part of, there was at least two. And I was always told in a big carrier group, just 4 or 5. No, they take their carriers seriously. If a hypersonic missile comes skimming in on top of the water where it can't be shot down, one of the ships will have to get in front of it. And they will too. They'll pull right in front of that fucking thing before they let it hit the carrier. They'll take the hit. That's part of what their security is. That's part of their job, yes. Just run right to hell, smack into it, and hope for the best.
Unless they can all aim their phalanxes to hit it.
It's I better not say that. That might still be classified. Never mind. Anyway, phalanxes are great systems. The whole AGA system is a great system. It works great. It tears some shit up. I wouldn't want to get in front of it. Nah, I mean it's a serious system. What we got here? It's who blames the government shutdown? So I'm looking through polls. It's about 50-50. It's about half the country blames
Really?
Republicans, about half the country blames the Democrats.
The Republicans keep
These
voting for a bill that just is going to operate the government. They're not adding anything into it like a healthcare issue. It's just a resolution to make the government work. They vote for it 14 times. The Democrats have voted against it 14 times. I'll take answer B. It's the fucking Democrats, you morons.
Well, no. So, Gene, to put this in perspective, I've seen a CNN poll last night and an NBC poll that had Trump's numbers up. I've seen a Quinnipiac poll who has it like 43 Republicans, 40 Democrats. So, and then the U.S. Day to Day poll, both of them have Trump down. The other two polls have Trump up. Most of the polls don't even really get into Trump. They get more into the GOP, which leads in all of them. Yeah. Well, I don't know what you do. Trump didn't shut the government down. He didn't have a vote in this. It's not his vote.
Yeah.
If they did, we would only need 4 votes.
Some of the senators are like, why isn't Trump up there making us, talking to us about this? Trump isn't a goddamn senator. It's not his job to make you do your job. So
it's not. He's right.
Do your job and shut up.
That's what senators get paid $200 and whatever thousand or $180,000 a year for. Junior senators get that much. The senior senators get paid more than that.
He's there as a check to make sure that what you send him isn't bullshit, and that's what you're doing right now. Is you're holding up the thing because you want to insert some bullshit into a thing that doesn't have anything to do with the thing we want to start.
Okay,
doesn't make any sense, but it does.
This one is 41% blame Democrats, 45% blame Republicans. But who is this?
I don't
this
see
is
how you can look at it 50-50. I don't see that.
It's one of these poll dates.
The rhetoric from the left must be keeping their numbers in these polls up.
And independents are good. So it's well, no, the real big problem is in both of them, whether it's Democrat or Republicans, there's a 23% undecided. They haven't decided who's doing it yet. And those, you know who those people are? The ones that ain't getting paid and the ones that ain't getting their food stamps.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that's going to matter. Yeah. We'll see. I don't. So here's one for you. So everybody's, oh, well, this could cost, it could cost either one of them the 2026 elections. We'll just see how it has to play out. But think of it this way. Trump's already talking about during summer, maybe the end of summer next year, giving everyone $3,000. Every adult $3,000. My family, that's $6,000. We'll spend it on something. That close to the election with woohoo, man. What is that? That's buying votes, Gene. Yeah, it kind of is buying votes.
We'll get more votes if he does it every year until the election.
Oh, you mean a new show I was talking about? That one's called Two Real Cryptids. Yeah, it's the new banner and bio is up on uprntalkradio.com. Yeah, you can go over there and check it out. Yeah, it's up. You can go look at it. Actually, we had several new shows over there the other day. You can go take a look at it. Tomorrow I will be hosting the Arthur's Quill from 3 to 5. Yes, it's who's on tomorrow? Well, you know what? I think I got it right here in front of me. Arthur N.V. Haskell and illustrator Zane Ladoha will be on with me tomorrow, of course, and the very sexy John Goodwin will be on with me. So yes.
Oh, and what happens after that?
Yeah, it's and then I get to eat, and then Jay and I gets to do the chat, which. So, a couple of things I wrote in there because I want to get into a couple of insane topics, but, people, if you've got like a Halloween story you want to tell us, you can write in and tell us about it. So not this show, but next show, We have a guest coming on, Reven Scott. She wrote a book about Pensacola, the Pensacola sighting. And I'll have that published for y'all. Matter of fact, I'll probably have the data with me tomorrow to show everybody. And she'll be our guest next weekend with Jay and I. And then, of course, on UFO Undercover, we've got Dolly Saffron coming to visit. And then December 3rd, we have Thomas Reed coming to visit us. And I think we got a couple other, what looks like sometime we'll have Narira Isley, Miriam Delicato, and a friend of mine, Therese. Oh no, and Chirus will be on too. Yeah,
Chirus.
Yeah, Chirus Malloy Brown. Yeah, you've been on with me before. She's real nice, real pretty girl, real intelligent. I shouldn't call her girl.
I just wanted to clarify because there's a guy Tyrus that's on Gutfield. Like, we're gonna
no,
have
it's
Tyrus
Chirus though. It's Chirus with a C.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's why I wanted to clarify
that. So here's a Annex poll. They have it 50% GOP, 49% Democrats. That's what I'm saying, guys. The polls are so close.
Wow, 1%.
Yeah, well, but all of them are within 3%. All are within the era of margin.
50% people think that it's the GOP is holding up the government, and 49% think that's 1% difference.
It's 1% difference.
That's wow. I can't believe that.
That
can't be right. There's no way that's fucking right.
That's what they got it at, and it also means it's 1% undecided. It's
where's the undecided? If that's fit, I mean that's a one. Even if that's an 11% up and down rate, where's the undecided?
No, so you got 50% and 49%. That's 99%. There's only 1%.
I know it's a 1% difference from 100. What's the
they don't even give you that. They don't even give you that. They're not like, screw you. You don't need to
even if it's a plus or minus of 11%. Where's your undecided in that 50? I mean, that's almost exactly cut in half. That's bullshit. I don't believe that 100%. There's no way.
Well, we are, from dealing with polls ourselves, as many of we dealt with, we know
it's a bullshit poll. Yeah,
they're not exactly honest people. Oh no, Jay, we busted them last year hardcore for the election. Nah, we busted them.
Oh hell yeah.
Because we were doing Trump's real numbers,
and it was so. None of the. I don't know why any of the legacy networks didn't pick it up. It went like exactly the week that Biden said, out, Kamala's in, bang. Her numbers for that following week, it was like Friday to Friday, the numbers were the exact same that he had that were now under her name. And it's like bullshit. How the fuck does that happen? Pardon my French.
Oh, so
she come in and do 1 week of campaigning, and all of a sudden she's 3 and 4 points behind Trump. Bullshit.
So this is what they say is going on. So most of the polls are showing Trump down, getting blamed, not down, but getting blamed more than the Democrats. But
that's because of the Democratic rhetoric.
But no, wait. But Trump's approval rating is up 5 points. His overall approval rating. So these when you hear me talking about 39%, and this is just based on the shutdown. This isn't all of Trump, what Trump's done. So he's actually going up 5 points. You go see CNN polls. It's posted right now. And it's guys. It's so the shutdown's getting blamed on the GOP and Trump, sort of. But yet Trump's numbers are going up. And wait, the GOP's numbers are going up too. So there's something, this whole thing is just screwy.
Whatever
we don't make the polls, we don't do
doing. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose, but they're stabbing their own party in the heart.
Them idiots don't know what they're doing. Putin calls sudden ceasefire wants to let whoa.
What?
Putin calls sudden ceasefire wants to let journalists into Ukraine's front line.
Really?
What? Putin,
what, he's going to try to call like Zelensky out on some kind of like war stories or war crimes?
God, wouldn't that be great? Oh, I seen Jasmine Crocker with Jane Fonda today. That's what got me started on Jane earlier. Oh my God. Yeah, what? Oh no, she's out trying to flip because she lost her seat. She's losing her seat, and so she's trying to figure out a way to flip a seat. Yes,
MSNBC, Putin calls sudden ceasefire, wants to let journalists enter battle zone. What? Wow, that's kind of fucked up. When did that come out?
It's
I ain't sent them cookies, whatever. All right, let me in. 19 hours ago.
Yeah, it wasn't long. I know it was pretty recent.
Calls sudden ceasefire, wants to let journalists enter Ukraine's front lines. Why?
Federal immigration agents dodge bullets and speeding cars in California. You know what? Trump needs to really come down on what's his name, Newsom, and the mayor, because their hate rhetoric is really getting bad at this, making things really bad. It's going to eventually cause way worse things. What is this? Reuters, Russian has attacked Ukraine with a 9M279 missile, the developed of which Trump. Wait, what?
What? Say that again? Yeah.
Okay. Reuters.
Your eye teeth are hanging over your tongue. I couldn't hear what you're saying.
Okay, so Reuters is saying Russia has attacked Ukraine with a 9M729 missile, developed of which led
an AIM-9?
A 9M.
9M.
Developed of which led Trump to scrap the nuclear deal with Putin. So I'm not even sure what the hell that is.
Maybe that's why the ceasefire suddenly called.
Something's funky going on.
Well, why would you suddenly call a ceasefire if all of a sudden you realized, oh my God, my enemy now has superior weapons to me?
So,
would you want to call a ceasefire? I would.
I know, New Yorkers. I know we have a lot of New Yorkers that listen to this now. So I have a question. Muslims blew up the Twin Towers, and you're going to put a Muslim running your city. I'm fucking confused.
A Muslim who claims a tear for
No, I mean, I'm really fucking confused.
non-existent aunt who later becomes a father's distant cousin who may or may not have been in the country at the said time of the incident of the Twin Towers coming down, and not to shed one tear for anyone who died, particularly almost 3,000 firefighters and first responding police. The guy's an asshole. I wouldn't vote for him.
No, Jack, that's what the judge said, that they must use funds. But I don't know so this is the real problem. First off, this is just a federal judge. He's not even an appellate court or anything. I don't know if he has the power to tell the president what to do. Last I checked, the only court in the land that can even tell the president what to do is the Supreme Court, and it hasn't gotten there yet. He doesn't really have to abide by a lower court until such a time that the Supreme Court decides or decides
checks and balances. That's what it's called. Checks and balances.
Hey, I mean, it is. Well, the way our country set up, it's so that we don't keep spending and spending and spending without checks and balances. And well, look how much waste was on the Democrats. Look what we found just in USA. And that's another thing. Let's get back to that bill. So not only do they want to get rid of that segment, which would allow illegals to get health care.
Well, it doesn't do just that, okay? It does a lot of other things. But what the main thing is that they want to fund the government only. The idea is a bipartisan, clean bill, which means the bill only focuses on one thing: funding the government. This piece of legislature is part of the ACA that are going to be turned off, I think, at the end of like now. They've turned off. So these things do not cause the government to work or not work. It's a healthcare thing. It's a separate issue. It is not to fund the government. And the Democrats keep forcing this ACA issue, regardless of whether it lets illegal aliens have healthcare or not. It isn't a budget issue. It's a healthcare issue. And the Democrats keep trying to push it into this legislature, which makes it an unclean CR bill, which is bullshit. And they're holding us all hostage.
Well, it's budget too, because they want $1.5 trillion.
They want to spend $1.5 trillion, but the bill itself has nothing to do with funding the government. If we don't turn these ACA, programs or whatever back on, it isn't going to hurt the freaking government.
Yeah, well, they wanted $4 million for LGBTQ this and three. So a bunch of those projects that got shut down overseas, most of them dealing with transvestite and gays, they want that money. But you know, the Republicans are never going to give them
$1.5 trillion. Does anybody?
No, this is separate from the 1.5 trillion. That's the point.
Well,
the 1.5 trillion is for health.
Okay, well, let's just analyze that 1.5 trillion. Does anybody know what that means? 1 trillion is 1,000 billion. 1 billion is 1,000 million. It's hundreds of thousands of millions of billions of dollars of our money to ridiculous programs that are not going to help anybody.
Yeah, so
they are in fact hurting the economy rather than helping it.
Well, no, so Jackie, they want 1.5 trillion is that's not the whole price of the bill. That's just
a lot of money.
That's just for the healthcare. Then they still got to do the budget, you know, the money they're going to spend on the country, and then these other things that they want, these other funds they want for other things. All together, it's going to end up being like a 3 trillion. No, they're not going to do that. The Republicans are just not going to do it. And the Republicans may figure out a way to fund SNAP for a month, maybe two, but they're not going to be able to do it any more than that. There's no money. So if you start taking money away,
the Republicans, I guarantee you, are going to try to pass a bill. And what's his name? The speaker. I like him. I don't know his name, but anyway, he said what they're going to do is pass legislature that if in the next future events, it might be Kennedy from Texas, I think, said this. They make a bill that if the government is shut down again in the future, senators and representatives and everyone in the House and the Senate would forfeit their pay until the government is turned back on. And they could take their pay and use their pay. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars a year that they don't do anything for, but sit there and act like idiots. And they could fund SNAP for at least a while off of the senators' funds, no problem.
I don't know, but it's not getting better. Wait, what's this?
It isn't getting better.
The sinking. Wait. Somebody shot a ship. Whoa. What is this?
Lusitania? What? Yeah. What?
Argentina hits a British ship with missile.
What? Again?
What the hell is this?
Throw that up, will you?
Hold on a second. Wait, how long? No, that's too long. It's like 10 minutes, but
you should have a thing that says share this tab instead, just if you're looking at it.
No, I mean it says 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute long video. Shows a missile hitting the side of the ship though. That's cool. It doesn't give you an option to share.
Is this like war games or is this for particular?
No, this looks for real, but I mean I don't know. Is this something new? Falklands War? Is that what
Argentina,
this is?
I mean, come on. Where did?
No, I think this was back in the day, like in the Falklands or something.
It's got to be.
Yeah, because I can't.
See if it's anniversary.
It doesn't. It's not giving you any clear what it was.
The Falklands though started in the summer though.
Oh man, it split in half and sank it. No way, we'd heard about that. That'd be all over the news.
Yeah, that's got to be the Falkland Islands then.
Yeah, that's got to be all over. Yeah, that's got to be over.
Well, let me just check real quick.
I see it shows a missile going right into the side of the ship there. May 2nd.
It's got to be in the Falklands.
Yeah,
Sunk by Argentina, you said, right?
Yeah, it was Argentinian ship. Yeah, shot a British ship. But it said May 2nd, so that ain't no time around here.
On May 1982, HMS Sheffield. It's got to be that. That's all that's coming up. Yeah. On May 2nd, 1982, Falkland Wars. Yep, I was right. Bang.
Yeah. That's what I said. The Falkland Wars. That's what I thought it was.
Because if that happened right now, that would be the beginning of World War III. I would think.
Oh, it would be the end of Argentina. And well, we're doing business with Argentina right now. We're buying beef from them, so I can't see that happening.
So is England and Europe. Europe every year. I think it's in June. There's a huge horse farming communities down there, and they sell horse meat to Europe like throughout the month of June and July.
Yeah, let's see. What's that, Clara? No, we got a couple of those. I was actually looking for something there. It's let's see what's over here. We don't need that. We need that. What we need. Let's see. X
And
that out.
Heidi,
Big,
one of our best viewers, is at her dad's. Is your dad enjoying the show, Heidi? I hope.
yeah, Heidi gave him a bottle of Jack and said, "Hang on, Dad. These two guys are assholes." Jesse, what are you talking about? And you're in better drugs than I am. That's for damn sure. So let's see what this is. Hold on, let's share this. Okay, Jay, put that up on the screen for me, man.
It's up.
All right,
All
it's
parking lot shows. This is new, huh?
Yeah,
presented as evidence in a courtroom as one of the teens charged faced a judge. Channel 11's Kara Sapaito originally covered the shooting and joins us live in Ross Township, getting new insight on the chaos in the parking lot out there. Kara.
Gordon, initial
have you been hanging out with Dexter again?
Shots being fired outside of Ross Park Mall in the parking lot. But now that we have this surveillance video, we see just how close to the mall these teenagers were as they were chasing each other and firing guns.
Doesn't say.
It's surveillance video that's shocking for shoppers to see.
You expect to be safe, especially in a busy, crowded place like that, but it's crazy times out here.
For the first time, we're seeing video of the September 30th shooting outside Ross Park Mall, right between the entrance to the mall and Dick's House of Sport. One teen was shot in the stomach and rushed to the hospital. Allegheny County's district attorney shared the video.
What a bunch of heathens. Look at him, man. The heathens.
Face a judge. Watch as a group of young men run around out front. One even puts his hands in the air at one point. A moment later, you can see the flash as a gun is fired. These photos give you a better look at the shrubs and sidewalk the group ran around. Police say 3 teens fired guns that evening. 16-year-old Myshawn Scott is accused of firing 3 shots.
What an idiot.
Over what? Was it a lost argument? What the hell was it?
No, we dropped. It was just boring. Hey, what's this?
No, but why did they have to shoot each other? I mean, over what?
Okay, wait. What the hell is this?
It's a UFO. Either thrown up.
Oh, wait. This is road rage turns deadly. What the hell is this?
No, you got world by Russian president. It's a video. Looks like
it says road rage turns deadly. Serious.
Yeah. Well,
10 minutes.
What's up?
Wait. What happened? Did somebody get upset with each other?
No, you're on the wrong one, then. You got the wrong one.
Yeah, no. This was on the list too. The road rage one.
Yeah, but whatever you had that on the screen there, I put back up. It's not the road rage video.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see what's going on. Oh no, we want to watch the tank one anyway.
Okay.
It's hold on. It's a tank one.
Yeah.
That's the one they say got its top popped by a drone. Oh, there it went.
That's it. The operator is dead. If the turret is doing that, the operator is dead. He's leaning on a control. Another drone strike, or is it the same one? It's the same one.
Yeah, it's the same one. Yeah, they found a weakness on those tanks, man.
There always is, and it seems to always be in the back, right behind the turret.
Well, this is in the top up here. It pops them like a cap, like a Coke cap. Remember the old pop top bottles? It's kind of like that.
That's the same model Russian tank right there that they blew up.
I said it was a T-90 before. I don't know what this is.
Look at that projectile in the bag of gunpowder. Boom. Clear the tube.
No, these are T-72s. These are old rusted ass cranky old tanks there. Now the Ukrainians have been wreaking havoc on their tanks. Come on, they blew up a bunch of the bombers. Now they blew up a bunch of their oil refineries today.
They took out what percentage? It was like 2/3 of their nuclear bomber fleet.
Yeah, I think it was actually it was a good amount.
Yeah, 60-something planes, man. That's Jesus Christ. If they did that to us, they would be gone. They would be wiped off the earth.
Yes, we'd have put them to rest at that point.
Oh yeah, I don't know why Putin hasn't, but you know. I guess he knows if he does that.
I don't think he has the people to put in the military because in order to do what he needs to do, he
could rain fire with nuclear weapons on Ukraine.
Well, no, he can't use nukes.
He knows we would kick their ass with it if we did.
He can't use nukes. That's going to be unacceptable to the world. So he can't use nukes. But his problem is in order to
only recourse, really.
No, it's not. His problem is he's got the power to just go over there and roll over the Ukraine, but in order to do that, he has to leave all of his borders open. Remember, people forget, but he's got huge armies parked out next to Poland and other places around his country.
It's a game of risk. He's controlling the largest continent, or not all of it, but a good bit of it. It's one of the hardest continents to keep. If you've ever played Risk, it's the hardest area to control.
Venezuelan president.
Europe's not that easy to keep either, but
Yeah, well,
Venezuela president, you win the game.
Yeah, well, the Venezuelan president asked Putin for weapons, assistance with weapons. The Venezuelan president asked Putin for military assistance with weapons.
Really? Oh no, Trump, don't do it.
He ain't let nothing in the Gulf. We're funny about the Gulf.
So what if? All right. So what if Putin sent, and he won't because he needs them, but what if he sent some of his, high-end missiles to Venezuela? Venezuela used them on our Navy. World War III starts. Yes or no?
Depends.
No.
If we
Venezuela attacks us, then NATO has to get involved. Period.
First off, we might be the one doing this, but anyway, if we give what's his name cruise missiles, and he uses them, and then Venezuela uses Russian missiles against us, no, we can't do anything about it because we asked for it. We'll just have to bend and grare it. But if we have not allowed the Ukraine to use our cruise missiles, and he gives cruise missiles to them, and they blow up one of our ships, then we might consider an act of war. Or at the very least, we'll take out Venezuela and up our game in the Ukraine. So it's for Putin. It's a lose everywhere you go, and he's in deep shit.
He is hemorrhaging resources out the ass. So
Venezuela mobilizing 3 million militia members to fight America.
Bring it, Venezuela. I mean, how many people are they bringing?
3 million. That's a big military. 3 million. It's bigger than us.
How are they going to get them here?
Welcome
across the border. Good luck.
No, they're mobilizing them in their own country. Jay, calm down, man. They ain't coming here. They couldn't even get through Mexico to get here.
They'd have to march straight up to Central America to get here if they didn't want to go.
They're not going to fly over or take any boats because they'll never make it.
Their Navy will not get through our Navy. There's no freaking way. They'd be lucky to get to Cuba without us surrounding them with at least a couple of submarines.
Oh, no, Jimmy, they're not flying Russian MiGs. They're flying F-16s. Yes. We used to be friends with Venezuela. Until recent times, we weren't friends with them. Yes, they've got 21 or 23.
A convicted drug lord took over the presidency in 2 rigged elections, allegedly. That's really what's going on down there.
What is this? MiG-21 shot down spy plane in explosive showdown over the border. That had to be decades ago. Why do you put shit like that up there? It doesn't even Pakistan, I think.
Oh, you want to know a strange thing that I learned today that I hadn't, if I hadn't known before, I'd forgotten. Lee H. Oswald was in Atsugi, Japan, and when he went there as an electronics technician for the U-2 spy plane program, 4 weeks after he got there, Lieutenant Gary Powers was shot down. Coincidence? I don't think so.
It's I don't know. Coincidences always make me nervous.
Yeah.
What is this? In NYC, but wait, what bodega? What? Wait, go back. Owners revolt after leader endorses Mandami. Uh-oh, that's not good. But Putin humiliated as troops forced to buy petrol at station. after
I can
Ukraine
imagine
bombs.
they have a tank pulled up to like petrol, UK petrol. It's like a kind of like we have over here BP, British Petroleum. They have a UK Petroleum, UKP gas station. UK Petroleum.
Putin's doomsday underwater drone Poseidon raises global alarm over fears of radioactive. Oh yeah, that's that one that's saying no, this is Putin. So they lost a nuclear submarine and now they're going to go get it.
They lost several. Where is it?
I don't know. But it's one that they're worried about it leaking.
Go get it.
Either that or they're worried about we're going to go get it. It might be something on there they don't want us to see.
What kind of sub is it?
It doesn't. It's not giving you very much information.
Hey Google, did the Russians lose any nuclear submarine?
It's Putin's doom. No, it's Putin's doomsday underwater drone Poseidon is what it says. And then it says raises global alarms over fears of a radioactive tsunami.
Russians lost 5. U.S. Navy lost 2. UK Navy lost 2 nuclear submarines.
Well, I don't know if this is actually a submarine. It says Putin's doomsday. Okay. And then it says underwater drone Poseidon raises global alarms over fears of radioactive tsunami. So it sounds like it's a nuclear drone of some kind.
Oh shit.
I don't know what that is, man.
Let's see here. Oh shit. Most notably in 2000, the Kursk, an Oscar II class nuclear powered submarine was lost. It's in the Barents Sea, just like I said. Yeah, 1968. Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty powerful sub.
It's
but they've lost 5. What are the other class of subs? Here we go. List of sunken nuclear submarines.
Let's see. That's pathetic, Mr. Secretary. Senate hearing
9 total have sunk by accident or by scuttling. Soviet Navy lost 5. Russian Navy lost 2. So okay, Soviets lost 7 of the 9. U.S. lost 2.
Yeah. I mean,
all right. So the United States, it's the USS Thresher, which was one of the first. Well, first in her class, but also one of the first nuclear submarines, I'm pretty sure. It went to exceeding crush depth. Wow, it's sad. All 129 on board killed. USS Scorpion, USS Guitarro. Those are the 3 USS boats. All right, K-27. I don't know what a Project 645 submarine is. Oh, November class. Okay, shit. Yeah, that's a very big boat. Yeah. Another K-8, another November class. That's 2. A Yankee 1. That's a little bit smaller. Cosmo Molets. Oh, I don't know what a Mike class sub is. I have to check that one out. And then a Charlie 1. Then the 2 Oscar 2s. Bam.
Let's see. NASA reports detects first signs of non-gravitational acceleration in interstellar comet 3I Atlas.
Wait, what?
They said, okay, it says, report detects first signs of non-gravitational acceleration in the interstellar comet 3I Atlas. So now it's moving under its own control.
Artificial propulsion.
Well, they didn't say artificial, but that's what they're kind of.
So it sped up, but how did it speed up? What are they saying if it didn't speed up?
They're just saying that's what they're saying. That it seems to be whatever's making it move around. That's what it seems to be doing, huh? What's that, Jesse? It's at 203. Well, I seen it yesterday or today. Actually, I seen it this morning. 203 million kilometers from the sun. Last I had heard. It's out. They can see it again now, if I remember right. Yeah, it's come out from behind the sun, but it's leaving
Mars.
the solar
It's behind Mars.
Yeah. No. It was going behind the sun.
Oh, okay. Well, what else went behind Mars?
Yeah, it passed Mars on December 3rd or 4th or something. I mean, not December, October 3rd or 4th. Yeah, no, we haven't seen pictures because the government's closed. Yeah.
That's his government.
Yeah, I think December 3rd or 7th is when it's going to be the closest to us, and that's not really very close. Yeah. Well, I can always change course and come visit and say hi, stupid humans. What are you doing? Maybe it noticed that we're not maybe it know. I would think a lot of aliens won't come here because we're a divided world. We're not a one government world. I would think opportunistic
There's too many
aliens
cooks
might come
spoiling
here.
the stew. Yeah, would you want to come here and talk to a bunch of idiots who are trying to face off? There's an ongoing war right now. Anyway,
Yeah, Jesse, who wants to come visit us? The Ferengi. That's who wants to visit us.
they can make money. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
We just don't trade in their Latinum.
I love how they said that non-gravitational acceleration.
Well, duh. What does that mean? It means that there's artificial acceleration.
Yes, they did. No, they did that, Jamie, so that you could just think whatever you want to think. Yeah. Because they don't know. If they knew, they wouldn't have said it like that. They would have said it a different way.
If it's not being accelerated by being pulled or slowed down by the gravitational pull or effect of some other gravitational body, then therefore it is artificial propulsion in some form or another. Ergo, intelligent control. Mystery solved, as Inspector Clouseau would say. Until we meet again, and the case is solved.
Yeah, Steven. I seen the one with the it was New York cop. They put pig on his cup. Yeah. 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 Well, yeah. Starbucks is Starbucks. So coffee's going to get outrageous, people. Oh no, coffee's getting ready to get outrageous. So
especially we're targeting ships in the same lanes where coffee is transported up to us.
Well, there was something that went on that made them go up, and then U.S. tariffs made them go up anymore. So like with Folgers, if you get the 1 pound thing,
it's just an ongoing war in those
So
waters.
a year ago, you could get a 1 pound, or actually 2 years ago, you could get a 1 pound thing of Folgers for about $6. Now it's 10. Well, that's going to go up to 20. Well, the one we get is the big one, which is already like $23. So now it's going to be like 46. Man, I'm going to have to give a coffee.
I better buy in now. I don't know if I told you that there's a new study by the Atlanta Urology Board that coffee isn't bad for people with kidney stones, but tea still is. So I'm going back to drinking coffee. Yeah, I just got to be careful, like you said, with the particularly the non-dairy creamers and other things like that with binders in it.
Now NASA reveals interstellar comet 3i Atlas glowing brighter behind the sun.
Glowing brighter behind the sun.
Yeah, you see it.
And speeding up. And it's speeding up. What does it mean it's glowing brighter behind the sun? It fired an engine.
That's what it sounds like to me. Jackie, I don't
need. It's glowing brighter behind the sun. If it's glowing brighter than the sun, then what does that mean? It means it must be firing off some sort of an engine.
Actually, you know what, Jenny? You say that you think it's funny, but there are cities in the United States where you can steal and not go to jail for it. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
New York is one of them right now. Currently,
yeah. So is LA.
It's what they call no cash bail. If you qualify for bail, boom, you're out the door. No cash down, you're done.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Russia unleashed that secret missile.
But then here's the effed up thing. If you get caught for doing that same crime again on that no cash bail, you go back to court, and guess what? If you qualify for bail, it's a fucking revolving door, and the police are pissed off and frustrated about it.
Well, wait, a lot of the blue states don't have bail.
That's what I'm saying. It's no cash bail. You still have to go through the system, but you still. It's fucking ridiculous. Pardon my French.
It is. Oh, that missile we were talking about, by the way, was a top secret missile Russia used. That whatever missile we were talking about.
Oh, that was their hypersonic one.
Yeah. I don't know if I didn't say it was hypersonic. It said it was something else. No, it sounds like it's some kind of new explosive. Some kind of new high yield explosive.
depleted uranium with a little bit of what do you call it? What's the one that blew up in Pennsylvania? 3 Mile Island uranium rods. That's what they're using.
I don't know. AI robot caught fighting back at humans on camera.
Funny you should mention that. There are 3 humans fighting back at AI. There are 3 groups of parents, 6 people are fighting back, and I forget the name of the company, but it's it made an AI robot chat group for teenagers, and 3 teenagers committed suicide because the chatbots sexually abused them, and they're suing the company for the wrongful deaths of their children. That's messed up. AI is already killing us, people. Stop playing with it.
Trump issues warning that we know about the thousands of Christians being killed. Oh, I forgot about this. I meant to, because we're getting ready to get out of here, but Disney content has gone dark on YouTube, TV. So not just Disney, a bunch of stuff went. So YouTube and the Disney Corporation with all their stuff have not come to a deal. So you cannot get them on YouTube anymore. John, I'm not going to pay that, but yeah, the body cam, the kid, no, I got to play that. Dynamic planet is discovered inside Jupiter. We talked about that before. And then inside Jupiter, they're talking about the planet itself, Jupiter, planet people. That's what they're talking about. Yeah, it's just way bigger than I thought it was. I never understood why they didn't think they were going to find a hard rock planet of some kind, because Jupiter sucks in every piece of rock and get his hands on. You knew there was going to be something massive there, yeah. Ex-Mossad chief behind Iran nuclear warehouse raid says Iran's atomic sites obliterated, credits Trump. Oh, well, that's nice. U.S. ramps up pressure on Venezuela, pleads with Moscow and Beijing for help. Yeah, don't come getting in our war over here, guys. We won't be happy with y'all. Federal does rules. Trump can't require citizens proof on federal voting form. Bullshit.
What?
Yeah. So judges in war. So they're asking for an ID for your get your federal voting form, and the courts are saying they don't have to. That's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
You should always have to. Yeah, that's bullshit. That's just liberals.
I could walk into whatever parish it is that you live in and have to come down there and just say, "Hi, I'm Joe Montaldo," and they just hand me a voting thing, and then boom, you come up like 5 minutes later. "Hi, I'm Joe Montaldo." "Oh, sorry, sir, you already voted." That's bullshit.
That is. Rogue Planet is growing at record-breaking rate of 6 billion tons per second. Shit.
What?
Yeah, that's what it said. Rogue Planet is growing at 6 billion tons per second.
Growing 6 billion tons a second. Where?
Yep. It just does. It doesn't say. It just says growing planet.
I hope it's not nearby.
Yeah. I seen that one today where ICE arrested all them truckers in Indiana. And then the governor of Illinois asked ICE to take off today so the kids could have a Halloween, not having to worry about ICE. Yeah, I don't even know what to tell you. You get to eat.
I don't think anyone at the state or city or county level has any jurisdiction over federal troops.
United States is
you can't order them to do anything. I'm sorry. There's no way to make it happen.
Yeah. The United States has withdrawn its troops from Romania amid growing Russia provocations on NATO's eastern flank. Well, why would we take troops? Oh, we're going to move them over there. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Have you never played Risk?
Yes, I like Civ better there.
Which? Sid Meier's Civilization?
Oh, yeah, I love Civ. Civ is great. Dilly mistakes warplanes. Maybe we don't care about all of that. No, we're getting ready to go, guys. If you got something, you better throw it up real quick. Venezuela shouldn't be military issues as Trump faces 4 worse threats, says expert. We're not worried about Venezuela.
Yeah, I don't think, particularly Navy wise. I mean, 3 million strong. That's a lot of people to shoot, but their Navy is, I don't think much of a obstacle.
World War III fears accelerate as Russia deploys nukes with deep penetration capabilities.
Really? Where are they deploying those to?
Yeah, it just says they're
Hopefully
deploying.
Huh?
All it says is that they're deploying, and that's all it says.
I hope they're not aiming them at us. That would be stupid on his part.
That's truck 2,000 dividend check for Americans, and cash will ultimately come from the tariffs. So he's planning on giving us all money. Yes. Nah, Jack. No, we got to go, man. No, because we got. There's a show coming on in a few minutes. That's they're having a party, so I want to give them time to get all set up and all. Well, no, usually Jay and I actually go later than this. Yeah, the show technically ends between 12 and 1, just whatever mood we're in or whatever we're talking about. Well, hey, when you're the boss, you can do that kind of stuff. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But anyway, we're gonna get out of here. I see Don't Whistle's already up.
It's Halloween.
So if y'all want to catch the
Halloween
show, yeah. Well, for me it still is. I got 24 minutes left. For them, they're out west so they got 2 hours left. But no, Jackie. So if you want to check them out, it's Don't Whistles. They're on right now. They just came on about 30 minutes ago. So we're gonna get out of here. I want to wish everyone, whoever's still having happy Halloween. For our friends on the other side of the world, where it's actually Monday, I hope your Halloween was great yesterday. I hope you had a lot of fun. Y'all should send us pictures, and remember, tomorrow in chat we're going to be asking y'all about stories. So don't be scared to tell us your favorite Halloween story or something that may have happened to you on this Halloween. Also, though, mainly we'll be talking about how insane the world is today compared to how insane it was not that long ago. Yes, I love
to talk about historic nuclear explosions. And yes, I'm not talking about Japan.
We might even talk about there's been
isn't it strange though, Joe? Before we go, the historically and the prehistoric alleged nuclear explosions in the Indian and Mahabharata, they all occurred in Asia.
Yeah, because
why is that?
Maybe, well, it depends because if like the one in Russia that flattened everything, that it just
the Tunguska blast, that was a meteorite.
Yeah. So actually, they called it something else.
It was an airburst meteorite that blew up.
Right, it was definitely an airburst, but they what's that, Jack? No, they called it some type of asteroid, not asteroid.
Whatever it was covered with iridium, which is mostly found in meteors, in the meteor belt.
No, it acted like a typical nuke. It was an airburst and flattened everything. The radiation contamination went that bad. Well, we don't know because it happened a long time ago.
1813, I believe, or 1913. Yeah. Hey, Google, when was the Tunguska blast?
1980 Damascus Titan missile explosion. Start date is September 18th, 1980.
No, that's wrong.
She's an idiot. No, it was a while back, people. Yeah, it's well, there's so like in our country, we can talk about the over 1,000 nukes they've exploded inside the United States alone. Where's all that contamination at? And those were high yield nukes. I also can talk about the biggest bomb ever blown up.
Tunguska event. Let's see, when was it? Meteor airburst, June 30th, 1908.
Oh, 1908, a little closer than I thought. Thought it was a little older than that.
Krasnoyarsk Kraj. It's in a place called Okrug. Oh, okay. So on a map on Risk, it would be Evenki Okrug, I think.
That's weird.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, resin? No. Anyway, it doesn't matter because we're getting out of here. Go check out the show. I might pop in there. I don't know. I'm gonna go get a snack right quick, but I think they're on for like 2 or 3 hours tonight. So they're doing a Halloween party too. So I think what I'm gonna do is go grab a snack right quick, maybe a ham and cheese, and come in and maybe check them out, introduce myself. They've never met me. Well, someone hosting the network had never met me because Michelle's the boss. Yeah. What do you mean? If they meet me, they know they're in trouble? No, that's not true. Anyway, we're getting out of here.
If you're going on the Halloween show, go on and say, all right, you're all in trouble.
Yes. Maybe I'll put a mask on and come in so they don't exactly know who I am. Yes, that works.
There you go.
Baseball. I don't want to talk about baseball. Sucks. I'm just not. I played baseball when I was a kid. I'm just not a big fan. I'm sorry. No.
It's more fun to play than it is to watch.
That's the truth. It's like golf. I'll play golf, but watch when we watch golf. Really? No.
Well, okay. I'll if I'm at the golf course. I mean, I've watched the Kemper Open. I don't know how many times I've seen Jack Nicklaus. I've said hi to.
Oh, if you're live, I mean, if you're there for real time, that's fine. But I ain't sitting there watching on TV. To hell with that.
Yeah, at the event is fine. There's two. Okay, so if you've never seen a live golf event, there's two ways to do it. One is you pick a group, and as soon as they go to the first tee, you stay with them and you follow them all throughout their traverse across 18 holes. Or you pick a hole and you stay there, and when a group comes up, you follow them from tee to the hole. Then you go back to the tee and follow the next group, and you just stay there and watch that. That's the two best ways to watch golf. Honest to God, people.
Darts. I used to play darts. Yeah, professionally, I played darts.
Yeah, don't play Joe in darts.
Oh, you could now, guys. I ain't picked up a set of darts in 30 years, but
I'll play you in billiards.
I used to play in the Bush League in billiards. It's
I used to play in the Reagan League.
It's
What does that mean? Bush League.
No,
this is in Australia.
I can play pool decent. Well, not anymore. Like I said, I ain't done that in 30 years either.
I'll tell you this. I don't think I'm great. I don't think I'm good. I don't think I suck. And I don't think I'm excellent. But I was in one tournament and I came in second place.
That's good. Ain't no wrong with that.
That's the best I can do. That's average, people.
My highest world rank I ever got in chess was like 895th or something. Yeah.
Jeez. Out of what, 1,000?
Out of 1,000. Out of like 300,000. It might have been 2 million. Yeah, it's worldwide. It's the Worldwide Chess League. I think there's like 5 million players actually.
When I was in bowling, I was part of the PBA bowling league.
It's bowling was fun. I learned I didn't like bowling at first, and then my one of my aunts was dating this guy Bobby Jacks, who was a professional bowler, and he actually showed me how to actually bowl, and then I actually enjoyed it.
It's fun. It's a good game.
Well, that's how it was with darts. I was like with darts, and then my stepfather was Louisiana state champion.
Yeah, but Joe, when you can go 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, then it's time to give up and find a new game because there's no going up from there. You know.
Well, the problem was when you played professionally.
Yeah.
Everybody trained on the champion choice board where everything's half the size of a normal board. Well, a professional dart, whoever misses first is who loses.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's just how the game goes out. Well, it's not always.
Some of those guys, like you described how you can play, are just. I mean, I swear to God, they don't have to look, and it's like triple 20, boom, 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 every time they throw it. I played a guy. I played lots of darts at Jim Collins in Savannah when I was in college there, and I played a guy who did that to me consistently. He'd be like, boom, 20s, and then we played cricket, and he would go right down the thing, and then he would just wait for me to just get close, and then while he's doing that, it's triple 20, triple 20, triple 20, triple 20, triple 20, until I got to I like one left, and he'd be like, bam, game over. I'm like, you mother.
They
did that like an hour ago.
the reason they hated me in the league, even professionally, the reason they hated me was I'd sometimes. So most everybody they go like 20, triple 20, triple 19, triple 18. I'd be working their way around, but see, I'm a little sneaky in that because I'll go triple 20, double bull. And they're like, okay, so I closed the 20s and I added 60 points, plus I just hit 2 bullseyes. So the other guy will come in, he'll do like 19, 18, and then he'll hit one just to get close. And then I'll come back in and I'll do the same thing. I'll close out whatever he was scoring on. So I'll go 19, 18, double bull. So now my bullseyes are closed, plus I just added 25 points, plus I closed 2 other numbers. And the next time I come around, I closed the other 2 numbers, and all I had to do was while I was behind on points, just make them up in the game.
And the rules of cricket until they close out a number. Like if they don't close out,
you
the
can
bullseye,
score. Yeah.
you can keep scoring on them until they close
and,
out.
and I was so good at bulls. People used to freak out because I would score on bulls. I'm like, Jesus.
Bullseye. Yeah, I'd stamp on your toes if I was playing against you, just to give you a handicap.
They were. It was. I learned early on I was good at the bullseye, and then like I said, we all started playing champion choice. We used to practice a lot, and them little champion choice boards, the triples are just barely wider than the fucking head of the dart. It's insane. It really is. No, but what happened sometimes, the reason people would lose wasn't so much of a skill, is they needed to get a bounce. They hit like the metal on the board or hit the side of the dart and would bounce the dart out. No, you don't get to pick up your dart and shoot again before anybody asks either. It doesn't work that way. If it falls out, you lost it.
If it goes in the dartboard and your next dart comes in and knocks that one out,
you lose that. Yeah, it don't
you lose those points. If it was a good shot, it was a bad one, no big deal. But if it was points for you, or whatever, that's not good.
I've actually sacrificed darts before because I hit like a double bull or something, and I didn't want it to fall out, so I have to shoot somewhere away from it. Yeah, because it don't take much to knock them out sometimes. But anyway, we got to go, guys and girls. I want to thank everyone. I hope you're having a great Halloween, wherever you're out there in our beautiful planet. I really do hope you're having a good time. Remember, I'll be here tomorrow on the Author's Quill Ninja. I'll be back on the chat, and we talk about a lot of stuff tomorrow. Yeah. Well, I'm really more interested in just what I think we're going to do. I think we're going to talk about changes from, say, like the 70s to now. And everything from food to clothes to music. Yeah, we'll see. And then if y'all get some good Halloween stories, we'll throw them in there. Or some good alien abduction stories. I'm going to be looking for those soon for a project I'm working on. So anyway, Jay, tell everybody good night.
Good night, everybody.
And if you want to see Jay naked, go check out the party from earlier. Yeah, he was shooting some bourbon and stripping, so y'all should go check that out. Anyway, we're going to get out of here now and thank everyone for tuning in to United Public Radio and News on the Flipside. This ain't the chat. Chat's tomorrow. You see, you messed up closing. You messed up my closing. Yes. But anyway, guys, you guys are again. Yeah, that's it. It's right up there. So on that note, thanks again for everyone for tuning in to United Public Radio and News on the Flipside. Until tomorrow, have some fun. Enjoy your life. Stay out tonight. Get in trouble, not bad trouble. Good trouble.
No, don't get in trouble. Just eat candy and drive safe.
No, go get in some good trouble. Good night, everybody.